Hey everybody, and welcome back to Filmatic. This episode I have a very, very special guest, as we're going to talk about Uncut Gems, and maybe a little bit about the awards season this year. I have with me Ben Becker.
Hey, what's up?
Ben Becker, glorious bearded man.
Oh yes, your bearded brother. When
I know.
You have a beard.
Yes, I'm a bearded brother in memoriam.
Bearded brethren in memoriam.
So Ben, we've known each other for a while, I'd say.
We have. Yeah.
We went to high school together, and we've obviously kept in touch. We met up many times since we've started college. And I noticed that you kind of share my love for movies. Maybe not in such an outwards way like me, but I noticed that I can always have a good conversation with you about a film.
Yeah, I mean, I just like talking about, like, the themes and especially actors' performances. I eat that stuff up.
And we have a big one on our plate today, don't we?
Oh, yes, we absolutely do. Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. Now, I think I'm qualified to talk about this, first of all, because I'm a big fan of Adam Sandler. He has a lot of good movies, a lot of not so good movies, but this I'd say is his peak performance.
For sure, and it's a real testament to not only him giving his career best, but everyone in this movie, the directors, the writing, the soundtrack, every single supporting character, everything just blends perfectly into the movie. Now, I guess before we jump in, I mean, anyone who's listening is going to know what it's about, but I think just for order's sake, we should talk about what this movie is about generally. So obviously we have Adam Sandler playing this Jewish jewelry dealer in New York, and he's as we learn, he's a big gambler, isn't he? I mean, he's constantly taking bets, wedging, one thing to the next, and things kind of ramp up.
He's like a thrill seeker, He's always going from one thrill to the next. I don't know, he just can't seem to get enough risk taking.
Yeah, okay, exactly. And it's just, I mean, you get speechless sometimes just thinking about it, Yeah. And it's like, so I think that the main thing when it comes to Sandler's performance is the way that the audience is linked to his stress levels, And the Safdie brothers are just masters of their technique at this, of making you feel what Howard is feeling in this film. And just when you get that little bit of relief, especially towards the climactic point of this movie, where you're just like, okay, oh God, it's finally over, he's finally done it.
Everything's finally starting to go his way.
And then Adam Sandler or Howard just comes in and just, because he can't stop. And that's the problem.
Yeah. It's almost kind of a movie about, I wouldn't say addiction, but I mean, we'll get to the themes in a little bit.
Right.
We can, if you want, we can talk about the plot a little bit more in depth right now.
Sure. Okay, so continuing with the plot. So now we know about his personality and who he is. What about the other characters in this movie? I mean, we have, obviously, the big player, Kevin Garnett, NBA basketball player, making, I think, his debut role in a film.
I mean, I think, honestly, just served a little bit more to move the plot along.
Yeah, that's fair.
But there was also really interesting moments in his interaction with the gemstone.
Yes, I mean, like for a basketball player who seemingly has never done any film or television before, he did a very good job of being, encapsulated by this gemstone.
Yeah.
I mean, hats off to him for doing exactly what he needed to do to service this movie, like you said. And then we have some side characters. We have Howard's mistress, Julia, who is extremely loyal, almost to a fault. And there's almost, I mean, some elements of, like, I don't know what the word is, not Stockholm syndrome, but you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah,
like,
obsession.
Like, he's... Yes, because
there's a lot of obsession in this movie.
Correct. There's obsession with the gemstone. There's obsession with, doing bigger bets. There's obsession with Howard himself. And I think that it's just... Because no matter how Howard treats her, she's always trying to get back to him. And I don't know if it's an obsession with Howard himself and his character, or with his confidence. Because... I mean, on the face of it, you're like, okay, this girl's a model. Why is she, like, chasing Adam Sandler? No offense, Sandman.
Yeah, this,
but,
like,
I mean,
This flabby 50-year-old Jewish guy
yeah, exactly.
with a Gucci belt. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess she likes the Gucci belt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could be many. It could be the money. It could be the confidence. It could be the character himself for some reason. Who knows? But it's a very, very tightly executed and great part of the movie, and adds to it, obviously.
Yeah.
Then we have Howard's brother-in-law.
That's his
Arno.
brother-in-law? Okay.
Yes, this is his brother-in-law.
That guy and his Goonies, they all sort of fall
His
in the same
Goonies.
category.
Yeah, pretty much. And so Howard is constantly in his moves to move up in the
He's
betting.
constantly making plays.
And a lot of these plays involve Arno and his Goonies. And
Because
Howard-
he owes the money.
right, he owes
Yeah.
the money, and he keeps using the money that he gets that you'd think that he would use to pay them as collateral to get more money. And then it just goes on and on and on. What did you think of? I like the way, personally, that the Goonies, for the first half of the movie, you're just like, okay, these guys are just thugs. They're just here to intimidate, and to a certain degree, they still are. But there is some dimension added in the second half of the movie to these guys. They have we're not going to get into spoilers right now, but they do show, their colors and their true characters towards the last half of this movie.
Absolutely.
And we'll get into that a little bit later. Then we have some other characters. We have Howard's wife,
Yeah.
who he has a strained relationship with because she clearly knows to some degree that something is going on. Yeah, whether it be the mistress or...
Alright, his wife Dinah, she doesn't play like a super huge role in the film, but like his Adam Sandler's interactions with her and her character really show like how his recklessness can kind of affect the lives of others.
Yeah.
And really like what a lot of people end up thinking about him because of his actions and like the negative opinions that a lot of people have about him. I feel like her character does a really good job in highlighting that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good that they implemented like the familial side, because you see her, you see his kids, and it's good to see that the impact is on every single front, every front of his life.
Yeah.
And you know what, Ben? I'm actually getting transmission right now that Manny Rea is going to be joining us.
Oh, my boy, Manny Rea.
Manny Rea is going to be joining us,
Oh,
so
yes.
we're going to do a quick cut right here, and Manny will be here in a moment.
Alright, sounds good.
And we now have Manny Rea with us. Manny,
Hey, how's it going?
it's going well, buddy. I can't believe you're finally on the podcast, bro.
No, sure, dude. Listen, I think you started back September, November, whatever it was. I've been a steady listener. I enjoy it. You give a
No,
point of view.
are you capping?
I'm not capping on you, brother.
Shut up, no
It's good to hear from you too, Ben.
Oh yeah, good to see you, Manu.
I
You
know
know,
we
if-
both. Yes.
No, I was just going to say, if I'm not mistaken, you guys saw this film
No,
together.
exactly. I was gonna say.
Oh, we did.
It was very cathartic as a group to go.
Cathartic,
See,
wow.
to see-
I don't know if cathartic's the word I would say.
Honestly,
More-
for me, definitely
More
that
mind fuck.
that whole. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but till the very
That's
end.
fair.
Yes.
Till the very end, it was an.
So, Manny, basically what we've been talking about so far, we're trying to do a non-spoiler spoiler section so that, a lot of people can listen to this, have a large base, not to brag.
Sure.
Okay. So, like, we started talking about the general plot, and we started doing a little bit of a character kind of breakdown scenario, like who each person is, how they matter to the story.
Okay.
So obviously, we started talking about Howard, Julia, his girlfriend,
Okay.
his brother-in-law Arno, who he owes a lot of money to, as we said. And we were just going to start talking about his wife, specifically. But non-specifically, is there anything you want to mention about the plot or about any characters that we've talked about so far?
What I really enjoyed about this film, and you don't see too often, is a lot of intersectionality. There was a great scope, I think, of a cast. If you know, if you catch my vibes, you got, because this was a very hectic life this man had. You got to see a little bit of everything. His family, the people he worked with, the people that would just come up to him, going to the auction house. I really like the scope of characters. And actually, something that I thought was interesting. You guys know Tilda Swinton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, she was the one on the phone, the auction house chick that.
Oh, yeah, I did read about that.
So
Really?
I really like that they included a lot of great actors as well that that got to do these different kind of roles. So.
Yeah, and even people who earn acclaimed actors like Kevin Garnett,
Yes.
KG.
My man, KG.
Dude, that just solidifies, like, you know, you gotta give respect to him too, because that was a huge role that he put himself in. It wasn't like, oh, like a 5-minute thing. This was essential.
That's what Ben and I were saying, was that, yeah, it wasn't like a breakout, mind-bending role, but it was perfect. It was exactly what was needed to service what the film needed.
And it was a pretty big role. Like,
yeah, no, that's fair as well. I mean,
he did a good job.
Substantial, yeah. That's the big ones. Now his wife, okay, Dinah is her name.
Dinah.
I was just beginning to say that, you know, that she has this semi-awareness of what's going on in Howard's life, right?
Well, it's very much similar. It's just it's kind of that mob wife, that role that they play. That, you know, they're aware of what their husbands do. We watch Goodfellas. You see The Godfather. Anything like that. That's kind of almost a trope, you know. That it's the wife that's aware, but they know what their husbands do, but they don't get involved. They're there for the family. But
right.
I don't know.
And then I guess
Howard's a different man.
He's a different man.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah. Well, there's something else I want to say about that character in particular, but I'll save that for spoilers. And I think the next biggest role would probably be Lakeith Stanfield.
Oh,
I think his name is Damani.
Can we get quick applause on that? You guys have like...
yeah, we'll insert that later.
Yeah, it's in the audio right now. I'm just because you go ahead. I know you. I think you.
Well, I was just gonna say in general that in the spirit of all, you know, KG's role, like, perfect casting, I'd say, for a kind of scummy but also kind of lighthearted accomplice, I guess, to Howard. I'm not sure what exactly his role was in the beginning.
Yeah, he's kind of an accomplice.
Yeah, and I think that was just perfect. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job. He just kind of like had this whole vibe about him, like he's not like heavily enough involved in Howard's shit to really care about it.
Yeah.
So like, whenever Howard's in a tough situation, he's just kind of like, oh man, yeah, fuck off, I don't really care. But
yeah, and
he's kind of just in it to make money with Howard.
Right. And in that way that he doesn't need Howard, it's kind of ironic that the biggest like plot device in this movie hinges around Howard needing him. So you kind of get that in the beginning. And I don't think it's a spoiler. I think it's kind of in the trailers a little bit, but like he's kind of chasing him around and stuff. Like, where is he? Because he needs this, that, and then because it's all a big chain.
It goes to show you that this is one man we're talking about. This is not like this is all one man's problem. This is not the company's problem. This is not some big issue. This is his issues, and not everybody is, you know, keen on seeing him succeed. Between his wife, between Lakeith Stanfield's character, between the two thugs that we see throughout the film, Arno, it's stressful, and you feel that because you're tunneled through Howard's position throughout the whole entire film. I like some key moments, if you don't mind me mentioning.
Go ahead.
Are definitely the part where he's trying to get into the Phillies, the Sixers practice. Sorry, not the Phillies. That's baseball. The Sixers practice. That was just oof.
Yeah.
The club scene.
The club scene. A great cameo from The Weeknd.
Very.
Yeah.
And we get. Yeah, we'll get into that in spoilers, but I mean, perfect choice. Because I mean, as I don't think we mentioned yet, this film takes place in 2010, I believe, or 2011. 2012. Sorry. And even more respective to that era, it's a perfect choice for a musician that's going to be in New York doing this kind of thing. But anyway, we'll get into that. So those are the main players. I think that's about everybody. Yeah, I think that's about everybody that's big.
Okay.
Now, is there anything else that we can mention before spoilers?
Definitely. If you don't mind, we can go through the score a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Which
all right.
I like to read about other people's opinions online just to see like what the general consensus is, and I saw I had like a okay, you're not supposed to go by this stuff. This I'm like, what? 53% on audience for Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like,
yes, isn't that so interesting?
But like a lot of people said like, oh, this movie was too confusing. This movie was just.
Wait, it got a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes?
On the audience. So.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, we all have a friend who we'll just call Jeff, and he actually walked out of this movie 20 minutes in because it was so anxiety-inducing. So, no, seriously, I mean, that's insane. That's a testament to this film.
And my point being, the score was mentioned a lot, and for some reason, I found the score to be, the score is based off Daniel Lopatin. He did the score for Good Time as well. It's like part of the, he's definitely part of that sort of cosmic like, synth sound that you see kind of emerging again.
Yeah, like
And-
80s kind of orchestral.
Yes, very much like that. Very what's his name? Very Flash Gordon-esque kind of space warrior stuff. Like a lot of people did not like that clash you felt while listening to the score and watching the movie.
Yeah. I mean, in the way that it just swells up. While you have there are 8 characters talking in a small jewelry shop. Some people are yelling.
Yeah.
this fucking 80s synth is like boom, and it's just like, it's insane. But somehow, in some way, it blends together and
It
it
does.
works.
It
It works
like- it-
almost perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's very original of them to do that instead of going with another orchestral. Like looking at if you watched the Oscars last night, I don't know if you guys talked about Oscars yet, but
No, not yet.
Yeah.
this was something else compared to anything else this year, or score wise. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe part of the reason they managed to make it work so well were there were parts where it was like, it was almost like synth pop and it was a lot more melodic. But that was at like the very beginning there was a lot of that, and then the very end. But in a lot of the more dramatic moments during the movie, there was still that synth sound, but it was more like blaring, kind of more noise. And it really fit with the kind of themes of anxiety that went on in the film.
Yeah, it was the best choice for this film. And I
Definitely.
think any other soundtrack would have just been a disservice, and it wouldn't have, made the puzzle of this movie complete.
Yeah.
Another aspect of the film that a lot of people aren't expecting going in is like the blend of sports and sports TV. And Manny, this is more your domain, so I don't know if you want to take the lead on this, but
So my friend Keon had gone to this, and he's a bit of a sports guy, but he's also a bit like he's very interested in gambling and kind of that betting scenario. So this movie, even more so, even if you don't know the lingo, what he's talking about, like between, if you understand what I'm saying, like the parlay, this and that I can imagine being even more stressful to hear him to take these humongous bets. So there was a great blend between the sports, the gambling world. You got to see Vegas. You got to see how he put himself in these situations. He dug himself further by taking other people's things and using their property as wagers almost. And honestly, it just goes to show how there is this world where people deal in these stakes every day, that they enjoy this,
yeah. And Howard's character perfectly encapsulates that. And I think that we've pretty much done most of the non-spoilers. But before we wrap it up, I think we should just circle back to Howard's character.
Sure.
Because it's almost, it's like Shakespearean almost. I mean, Howard, he's constantly apologizing, empty promises, breakdowns, and it's perfectly captured by Adam Sandler, who's, rarely ever probably his best performance, as we said before. And, I mean, it's Howard, he might be a despicable character, right? But there's something about him that makes the audience root for his victory.
I think this is because I hope I'm not a sage, but I really hope this becomes one of those iconic roles,
Yeah.
that people will be quoting, because this was something different. Adam Sandler's not going to do something else like this that's so unique and fun to watch. He's such a joy to watch on the screen, even though he literally encapsulates, like you said, just all those negative things of all those of sin, basically. And but it's just, you just want to see it unfold, and you put yourself in there and you stress yourself out with them. So I really think that Sandler did a great job, and I couldn't see anyone else doing it. Not Seinfeld, not no one else.
Nicolas Cage.
No, it's
Yes, Nick Cage would have been interesting, but it definitely wouldn't have complimented the film like Adam.
Yeah, no. I'm kidding. I don't think I would have appreciated that.
No, yeah. So, anything else? Should we move on?
Could we do a quick five words you thought about during the movie? Kind of like a You know
Quick
what I'm saying?
5 words. Okay, that's interesting. See, this is what I love. Manny always bringing new things to the table.
Sure,
bringing new
sure.
Yeah.
aspects to the podcast.
Of course.
All right, you want to go first, Manny?
Ooh,
5 words.
All right, hold on. Let me
Okay, everybody thinking about your 5 words. We'll cut the silence.
You can't say stressful or anxiety because
Damn.
nothing we've said so far.
All right.
All right, so cut the silence.
Maybe do like 3 words.
3 words. All right.
Okay, we're changing it to 3 words.
Three words would be easier.
And it can't be. It's not allowed to be. I'm gonna come.
Yeah, my first word is semen.
Okay, yeah, Manny, why don't you just go ahead? I mean, you seem to be the leader on this.
3 words. 3 key words. Hustle.
Hustle. Okay.
Hustle. Like
Hustle, okay.
number 2. I just took a fat nap, so
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
a little off right now. Hustle. Let me repeat that. Hustle. Number 2. What was number 2? All right.
Why did we come up with this idea?
No, I had it in my head.
I just want you to know, even if you don't come up with 3 words, this is still going into the final cut.
Oh, really? Shit.
All of this, right now, all of this.
This is all going in.
This is all going in.
People
People are listening to you. Yeah.
People are gonna enjoy your terrible silences and forgetting what you were gonna say.
Oh.
Well,
I'm not trying to stress you out, Manny. No.
All right, hold on.
okay, how about we all do 1 word? There's 3 of us.
No, 2 words. 2 words.
We all do 2 words?
Yeah.
That's 6 total. That's 6 total. You're upselling me now.
2. If I learned anything, 2 is a good cap.
Okay,
Okay.
so do you want to go ahead?
No cap, dude.
Hustle, and relief.
Okay.
Damn.
So,
Interesting.
There was definitely a second word in there that would have like connected the 2, but like I'm capping on right now. So
All right, give us a little explanation of your 2 words.
hustle, like you feel like you hustle to watch the movie, you know, like it's a job, it's work to watch it, no?
That's fair, yeah.
So, and also hustle describing this guy hustling people, this guy doing the hustle every day, hustle and bustle of the city.
Yeah.
See, the second word would have been nice right here, but relief. I feel like there were a couple. We've been talking about the stress the entire time. I think there were maybe no more than 2 points of relief, even disregarding what happens right after each of these reliefs. It's a lot. So I'm gonna give it to Ben. What do you think?
All right. Well, 1 word I can think of, not like a main part.
Yeah, it doesn't
of
have
the
to be.
story,
Whatever
but
you,
like,
whatever you feel.
Whatever you feel, bro.
There's a little bit of mystery in it.
Oh.
There's some questions that never really get answered.
That's true.
Right? Like, who are these goons? You know, why does Adam Sandler owe his stepbrother money?
Right.
And there's like, I mean, some of this stuff gets like revealed as you're going through. Because I mean, at first you don't even know that he owes this guy money. You don't know that and once you find out that that Howard owes him money, you don't know he's his stepbrother. You don't know there's that family connection.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you start out really in the dark, and I feel like that adds a lot to the movie. And then as you learn more about the characters as more and more is revealed, it's a good way to get you kind of involved.
I completely agree with that. You don't need to know everything. I hate when movies just.
And I like that kind of what you mentioned, where it's like the movie doesn't start where it's like, this is Adam Sandler, he's a jeweler, and he digs himself into a pit he can't get out of. You know, he's already in this pit. This is who
And
he is.
He's already in this pit. He has the shovel. He's full dig right now. I don't know.
What I felt like really bolstered that is the fact that the audio, how they captured it was very natural. You heard everything that was going on in the room, and like you picked up on things as things went along. You realized, all right, this is what's going on. This is what he does. You know, these are the people he works with, and I like that a lot. People.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure there are like hundreds of little details on these like background
bits,
conversations, that
So,
we're gonna miss if we
It
don't.
really
rewatch
built the aura of this world, and like as you said, Ben, the mystery, like it felt very natural. So.
All right.
Okay.
And actually, I just thought of another word, if I may intervene. Chaos.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's perfectly. Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of fits the mood and how you're feeling while you're watching this movie and how all the characters are feeling, especially Howard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's just the constant state of his life, is just chaos.
I think my first word would be bludgeon.
Oh, this guy. Took
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
No, I didn't Google that. It's a word I know. Okay, I know what it means.
Leo, that's not part of your vocabulary.
Shit. Okay. And I say that because, like, I mean, you look at Howard, like, he's constantly, like, tattered. Physically, emotionally, constantly getting punched around. You know, he physically gets hurt as well. You know, the iconic poster where he has the tissues in his nose, obviously. But, like, he's constantly getting pushed around. And then that's the whole question, isn't it? Like, does he enjoy it? Does he deserve it? And, you know, that's up to the audience, obviously. But it's such a pervasive theme in the movie, I feel like.
That's
And,
fair.
yeah, that's my first word. And,
Number 2.
I guess number 2 would be Cosmos.
Wow.
And, you know, we talked about the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And, like, the space, 80s synth, and obviously all that. But, like, it's almost like, and I haven't fully, like, fleshed this idea out. The idea of space and cosmos that are very obvious in the soundtrack, it's almost like the Safdie brothers are trying to make it their own message about the significance of these events in the universe. And it's just like, well, there's a spoiler for one part of this, but I'm not going to say it right now. But it's this constant question of, like, does any of this really matter? And then there's this whole, like, existential point and
Yeah.
realm that's going on. And, like, obviously it sounds very fragmented because I literally just thought of this, but, like, I don't know. That's the feeling I get.
Okay.
What, do you have any thoughts about that?
I do have one thought, and this is a big side thought. Do you ever feel like a recording like this is very therapeutic? It lets you speak, you know? I'm just wondering.
No, it's definitely good.
This is
I like
definitely a good discourse.
I like the white noise from, like, all of our fans going on with the AC.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually
my
very.
AC's going on right now.
You got that
Yeah.
huge box one. That's...
Like, I feel very at peace. I could do this for hours.
No, fair. We got like
Yeah.
another... I'm down for like another 2 hours, so...
I'm down. Yeah, no, I'm down. I'm down. If we can, honestly though, if we can come up with the material, then why not?
No, sure. We could probably talk about this in another thing. I'm totally down. So.
Well, yeah, because we got to talk about
Well-
the Oscars too. But let's.
Yeah, let's not get ahead here, because we can talk.
We can talk. I wonder if anyone got that. So we're wrapping up.
Time to move on to spoilers.
Time to move on to spoilers. Before we get to spoilers, to people who haven't seen this, please go see it.
Oh,
Bring your mama,
absolutely.
bring your poppy, bring your...
I don't know about.
Bring,
yeah.
Bring your baby
bring your
brother, baby
bring
sister.
your newborn,
Bring your grandma.
bring your Grammy,
Uh,
your Bruno Mars,
So-
bring your Grammys.
I think for me, this would literally
Yeah.
be a 10 out of 10 movie. What about you guys?
Wow.
I would say
At this moment.
at least 9 out of 10.
All right, fair.
I would give it a 9 out of 10.
This is the first film in a while that I thoroughly enjoyed. After having to sit
Yeah.
through, I don't even want to name them. 'cause
Don't
that's just
say
gonna put me- I don't want to name the last like 5 movies I've seen in the theater because, yeesh. But no, definitely this is something to watch. This is something for the ages. This is Adam Sandler's peak. Sorry.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
I honestly think this will become a cult classic
Yeah.
in the future.
I think the Academy will regret this. So nah.
Regurt.
I think you wanted me to make this point, but we can talk about this later. With what's the point of awards? So
Yeah, we can talk. All right.
two thumbs out of 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs out of 2.
Oh man, I hope Manny keeps coming on the podcast and he keeps the rating system just out of 2 thumbs.
That's an Ebert and Siskel. No, I can't copy that.
He can only give 3 ratings: 0 thumbs, 1 thumb, or 2 thumbs.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get on to
my thumbs are up right
spoilers.
now, so.
Let's do spoilers, guys.
Spoilers. Do you do like a sound effect kind of thing, like a
You know what? I'm gonna start doing that now.
like a
Like a gun being loaded, like. like right when you load up Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do like a little, I don't know, like a Kramer sound bit, like a yow, something like that would be good. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like a
woo!
funny noise.
Yeah, when he does the thumbs up. All right.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah, and then hopefully people will skip ahead to listen to
Yeah.
the Oscars bit. But all right, Here we go.
Here we go. So let's get it out of the way. He dies. Oop.
He gets capped. Really,
He gets capped.
Dies.
He gets capped.
But he dies with a smile. So
Yeah, he does. He does
he dies
happy.
with a smile.
And that's what I was gonna say about the Cosmos thing, was like the ending shot where it zooms into his wound, and it just becomes the universe.
And that soundtrack had no right being so ethereal, like ephemeral, so happy, like at that moment. It's just like it lifted you.
It was almost like freaking, like, I was saying freaking fucking like binaural, like ASMR beat,
Yeah.
like, you know, like, you are now going to sleep, like.
So
It's good shit.
and
And it's like the same kind of scene that you saw when, first of all, when KG was looking into the opal.
Oh my god, dude, that was
Oof. That was a moment.
that whole like they flicked through all those like pictures. That was something else too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was cool how they like. It's like the pictures from off the top of my head were like the origin of the stone. Like you see the Ethiopian workers, and you see
Yeah.
like you see KG's like childhood photos, I think
Yeah.
too. And it's just like, what the hell? And it's insane because you're experiencing what he is, and it's, I don't know, so good.
Yeah.
No, that
It's
glass
pretty
break. That
ridiculous.
glass break was great. I really liked that. That's the first time you realized that you were like, oh shit, I just like
Yeah, it made me
kinda
jump
heart
a
skipped a
little.
beat. Yeah.
All right, so now that we're going like full-on spoilers, I would say let's take the plot from the very beginning, and we can kind of talk about the themes of like anxiety as we go
Okay.
along.
Yeah.
It starts out, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this because I'm not sure about the meaning, but it ties into that whole like cosmos thing that we were talking about before. You guys remember the movie didn't start off with Adam Sandler. It started off with the
right.
Ethiopian miners
I like that a lot. That whole
and
thing.
like how they found the gem and like what was going on.
It just
And so,
shows
like-
you. We talked about this. Like some people just have an indifference to other people's struggles, as in talking about Lakeith. I don't remember his name. Orange sweater guy.
Lakeith
His
Stanfield.
wife.
Oh, you mean his name in the movie?
No, yeah, I don't know his name.
Wait, I have it right here, bro. Okay, Lakeith Stanfield, Damani.
Demonic, okay.
But like, do you think Adam Sandler cares that the mining industry is just so ruthless? To
No,
other-
dude,
others?
he all he did was
No.
see that shit on the History Channel, and then he just ordered it.
Those
like,
two guys were just trying to get rid of us. They were just trying to sell a stone. Like everyone had his. At least in this film, I feel like everyone has their own mindset, and that's why.
Everyone has their
there's-
own motives.
Yes, there's.
It's
That's
it's
why
like
there's
every
chaos,
man
so-
for himself. Yeah.
And that's why, like, first right off the bat, they throw you into this. Oh, this guy just came out with his fucking leg. Is that your femur? I don't know what it is. I don't know bones. I don't remember AP. I don't remember anatomy. His femur sticking out of his leg.
yeah.
You're just like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And,
Like it's like people have suffered
yeah. For
to
what?
get this stone into Adam Sandler's hands.
For a
Yeah.
stone that he's.
And that goes
trying to-
back into what I'm saying about the idea of the cosmos and like significance.
Mhm.
What is the worth? Is what they went through worth what he went through? Because he went through some shit too. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
comparable. I'm just saying that these are the questions that they're trying to pose in the audience's
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, they took his underwear and okay, so
I want the
So
underwear.
then-
you were surfing your
Okay, so continuing in this chronological order, which is a very
No.
good idea, Ben.
Next thing. This is what I
Well-
was talking about. A moment of relief, and you don't realize it till later. It was very placid when those two guys. I don't know. They got the stone when they're looking at it.
yeah.
That aside,
And then it
That
kind of zooms into the stones.
zooms in, and then it.
And then you come out of Adam Sandler's ass.
It's a colonoscopy.
That was.
It
Was,
zooms
that
in
was
on the
fun.
stone, you get like cosmos stuff, and then
You think
it
you're going
zooms
to-
back out, and they're literally giving him a rectal fucking exam. I don't know, like a prostate
Colonoscopy.
exam.
Yeah, colonoscopy.
Yeah, colonoscopy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how important that is to the plot, but basically, yeah. So now you get to look at Adam Sandler's life, and this is where the theme of stress comes in,
Yeah.
and just how well this is portrayed through
Yeah.
the scenes and the writing, and especially the acting.
Yeah, this movie is not here to hold your hand and make you feel good. You know?
This movie's here for you to like.
It's
catch up
here
to
for
it.
you to be on the edge of your seat with your hands sweating and your heart pounding, like Manny was saying. I'm like,
Oh,
it's just.
shit. I remember
What's
my
that?
second word now.
You could go ahead.
God
What was
damn
it?
it,
It was
Manny.
thumping. You thump your body.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
No, next.
But
I thought you were gonna. Sorry, I thought you were gonna start, Ben.
No, yeah.
oh, I was gonna start.
Yeah, you're the leader of the plot.
No. It's just because he cleared his
Yeah, Ben.
throat. No, there's no order. There's no
Go
order.
gadget. Go. Becker.
Are we gonna cut all this out?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. All right.
Maybe
Well,
parts
whatever-
of it. Parts of it. Just like the funny parts will stay. You know, like
Whatever you decide. King Sharif. All right.
King Sharif.
Lord Sharif.
Whoa.
Please, Lord Sharif is my
Podcast.
father. Please.
Oh, okay. Prince Nabil then.
Oh.
Oh. Speaking of uncut.
Uncut who?
This
This is not a good segment.
This is just.
Rock bottom.
This is just.
Wait, are we talking about uncut dicks now? What?
Okay.
How did we get a circumcision? I'm confused. All right.
I think we had enough of your jokes. That's not fun. All right.
Okay. Chronologically, we get introduced to this high-paced lifestyle, the jewelry store. First scene, KG shows up. Insanity ensues.
There's
What?
already a
Yeah.
fight going on.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I mean,
But we don't know the stakes. We just know it's like these.
Yeah.
We just like
That's true. Like we don't know the stakes yet. We just got like holy shit. There's this literal famous basketball player. He's coming in, but you can already tell this guy, Adam Sandler, Howard. He has a lot of money passing through his hands and a lot of valuable shit. You can already tell in the beginning. He's a bit of a scummy dude. Like just the way he talks to people.
The way he.
I don't know.
Just,
The way he dresses.
yeah, like
I really hope it
middle-aged
becomes-
God.
Jewish Lando. Like, what's going
Yeah, the
on?
yellows. I don't know. Probably not, but it would be funny if this becomes like a Halloween item. I don't see it doing that, but
I
like,
do
if
it. I do it in an
it's-
instant. It's God tier.
Definitely you get Adam on the streets. It's unfiltered noise. You hear the honking. You hear the peddlers. Because he's in the diamond district. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
And
Yeah.
it's almost indicative of like, I don't know, Manny knows this better than anybody else, but like the classic New Yorker kind of like, hey, I'm walking here, like
yeah.
just walking down the street going to your job.
Mhm.
And I think that's the spirit in the beginning.
Mhm.
It begins to show as something more indicative of his personality once we get through that KG scene.
I just feel like maybe you don't pick this up right away, but he's the kind of guy like he's always thinking about the next hit, the next this. He's just always
Two
looking
steps
for it.
ahead. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get into the KMH jeweler store.
Okay, so when KG is looking into that stone, right? We talked about that, but like
Yeah.
the moment that glass breaks,
You realize
very well. Yeah. So that jeweler store first scene, we get introduced to KG. We get introduced to Damani. We get introduced to Julia. Okay.
We also
talk-
get introduced, even though I don't know how big of a role they would play. The two thugs. I don't know their names. Not Gary.
Here, you want me to
Thing
check?
one and thing
I'll,
two,
I'll
whatever
do
their
a,
name
I'll do a little check. Thing one and thing two.
Yeah.
Thing and one.
Because they're the ones you the first like physicality is them.
I think it's Gooey and
that's true.
Gary.
Gooey and Jewy.
I think it's Gooey and Gary.
Gooey and Gary. What?
What the hell?
It says
sounds like a
it's-
SpongeBob.
Wait, maybe it's okay. Well, the choices are Phil, Gooey, or Gary.
All right, we'll go
Alright,
with Gooey and
it's
Gary.
like sounds like some like
Can the guy that
mermaid
Gooey-
man and barnacle
Yeah,
boy shit.
exactly. That sounds like a 2008 episode of SpongeBob right there. Okay,
All right, I'll look it up in the meantime, but you guys go ahead.
so Gooey. No, Ben, I'll let you take the wheel here.
All right, well, yeah. I mean, in that scene, I don't think are they in the original, the first jewelry store scene? I think they come
Yes,
in a
they
little
were.
I don't
later.
think so.
They
No,
were.
Sure?
they're the first people you see because they're fighting with KG's boys.
Oh yes, you're right.
So-
you're right.
Oh,
That's-
right.
They're something else. You know?
This is something
Yes.
else.
Some Goon Squad shit there.
So yeah, basically though, I mean, moving on a little bit from this first scene. Basically, I just want to talk about like the atmosphere and how they build it throughout the film, and like we keep mentioning that atmosphere of like stress. You know, somebody's just throughout the film, somebody's always talking, somebody's always shouting. You know, people are constantly trying to talk over each
I
other.
mean, that's the city for you, and that's probably that's
Yeah.
the Diamond District. So it's
Yeah, and
Yep.
it's just
You feel
moving
it.
through crowded spaces. I don't know. There's always something going on, and it's
Yeah.
like a lot to process. I think that's intentional, and I think that's really artful, masterful. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's just trying to do what they need to survive, and
Yeah.
it's all happening at the same time in enclosed spaces in a crowded city. So
Can we get a little clap track for the Safdie brothers? Because
All
this is the first thing I've seen of them.
yeah, I mean, you guys should definitely watch Good Time if you haven't seen it.
Okay. I have not.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's also on piratebay3.org.
One of them looks like he's stinky. Another one looks like he's in a fraternity. But like I vibe with him. So
No, they're cool. They're cool. Actually,
Nabil, you know, he knows them. They're cool.
I know. I'm friends with them.
the Safdie.
No, but Benny Safdie was actually a supporting character in Good Time,
Oh,
and
is that
it's really.
stinky or fratty?
I don't know if I want to validate that with a response.
No, I'm
but
sorry. The one with the
No.
hat or the one?
No, okay, he's the one with the glasses
Okay,
and
yeah.
not a beard, and he plays. Not to get into it too much, but he does a really good job. He plays like an autistic guy, and Robert Pattinson's brother. But definitely watch it. Watch Good Time. It's similar spirit, but a different topic almost. If you like this, you'll definitely like that.
Okay.
And we could talk a little bit about that more later. But
Back
yeah,
to the plot.
actually, I think that their names are Phil. Phil was the one who killed him, I think,
Okay.
and Nico was the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
So who's
So
Gooey
not
and Lou?
so not Gooey and Gary.
I don't know. On Google, it says Gooey and Gary.
Wait, were those two other guys that he owed money to?
Oh,
Like
Gooey.
those two-
Gooey.
that's
No.
right.
Gooey's his father-in-law.
Oh, and Gary was
Oh.
The guy who goes to the auction for him.
No.
Okay.
No, because remember he says, I disagree, Gary. Gary's the guy who's like, that's the dumbest fucking bet I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's Gary. I'm talking about Gooey, bro.
Oh yeah, Gooey.
His father-in-law. He's at the party with him
Judd
too.
Hirsch. Can we get a clap?
Judd Hirsch. Let's go clap for Judd Hirsch in here.
No, yeah. So,
Yeah. Well, any guys, quick side thing. Any sound effect you want, you name it. I'll put it in post, bro.
can you put
You just gotta say
alright.
it. Go ahead. Try name anything. I do it.
Pete Davidson. Okay.
It's
I
done.
want you to edit in your a full voiceover of you doing the Joker scene in Suicide Squad.
I can tell you meant that.
I think that'll be a bonus episode. I think
Alright.
a full thing. Yeah.
So you have any sponsors on this show, or is this full art?
I actually, if I wanted to, I could actually add sponsored. No, seriously, I could actually add
Oh, yeah,
sponsored
yeah.
segments and like make 2 cents. But
Are we really
a
trying to get
majority,
the bread, though?
a majority of my episodes don't have enough plays and aren't long enough where I would benefit from setting that up. But if I ever start to make like 45-minute long episodes and I have more than 15
I mean,
people
hey, this one.
listen, yeah, but who's gonna listen to?
This is a charity live stream that we're doing.
Yeah,
Charity live
Manny and I
stream.
actually did a charity live stream a few weeks ago, but we didn't
I
air
mean,
it.
don't. It was like
You
3
didn't
hours
stream
long.
it?
No.
All right, let's get back
All right,
into it.
let's get back. Let's get back to the movie. We're gonna have to cut some of that.
No.
Too much banter.
So was there any point in this movie where, because okay, a lot of people, it's very 50-50, like Manny was saying earlier, that where people got really uncomfortable and almost didn't like the movie because of those high levels of stress that we're talking about. Was there any point where you personally got uncomfortable enough where you're like, I don't really know, but then you
Absolutely not. I loved it
Yeah.
all the way through.
For me, when it comes to watching a film, I don't want to. I'm there till the end, unless it's
like
Okay,
a,
there are
like
couple- there are couple- there are couple
rom-com or something.
yeah. This
No, I completely agree. It's just that
Yeah.
this idea that people are hating it just for that and for no other reason
That's
seemingly,
unfair. That's
it
just
blows
like-
my mind.
That's because you're used to watching Chipmunks and Squeakquel, Shipwreck, and Roach.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering if any of you felt that way, but all right, it looks like we're all on the same page.
Hey, there you go. All right.
All right.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
back to the plot, because
I mean,
it just kind of blends together because it happens so fast.
Yeah, I mean, we can go and talk about the ending for a little bit.
Okay.
So, because, like, I mean, first of all, were either of you expecting him to die at the end?
Well,
well, not when I mean, once he locks them into that area and the basketball scene gets about a quarter way through, for me, like, I knew something was gonna happen.
yeah.
But I didn't think that he was gonna die.
It's with these kind of movies, you always have that mindset, oh, people are gonna die because that's what movies. Otherwise, movies wouldn't be, you know. So at the same time, I was like, yeah, like I'm like something's gonna happen at the end. Something's gonna happen, and when something did happen, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It wasn't like you know, they were gonna do that anyways. Like that, this was like I kind of wanted them. This had to happen because otherwise he would be doing this
story-wise, this needed to happen because it was, you know, more or less deserved, and it's that idea that your actions have consequences.
Yeah. That was definitely a big part of the story. I don't know. I just thought it was really good how they almost have like this they start building up this narrative where it's like, oh, look, the basketball, it's all going well, you know, everything's finally working out for him. And they like almost build it up like it's gonna be a happy ending in that final scene.
The music does that too.
Yeah, the music does that.
And you don't. It just once again goes to show you those two guys were indifferent the whole time. They were just looking to hit the store. So and like
because they killed their boss too. They killed Arno.
They fucking. So it's not the Safdie brothers took what would be otherwise a shitty, just like, oh come on, like why'd you do that kind of plot point, you know, that trope of, oh let's shoot him in the end, and they took it to a level where it just proves their point. This whole film of indifference and this hole you dig yourself into when you live this
your
kind of
actions
life.
have consequences and just like the meaning and how people fit into the universe. Pretty good way to sum it up.
Yeah, I'd say.
So anything else you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, any strands or?
I got a segment. What was your favorite line?
I mean, obviously, I think everyone's favorite line is "Holy shit, I'm gonna come."
Can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
Say it again louder for when my
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Oh yeah, that one. That was a good one.
What are some other memorable quotes? How about like, okay, obviously we all know this is how I went. Okay, classic, right?
This is how I went. The ones like
I disagree.
I disagree. Like the quotes, how you base it off is what you're saying with your friends. What your friends say, you know, post movie when you guys are just having a conversation and you say a line.
And
I started this shit is a good one.
Yeah. No, and I think that just as Pulp Fiction was for people of that era, I honestly think that I'm gonna be using these lines with you guys and my friends for a very long time.
For a while, at least.
Yeah.
The whole part with the inserts was pretty. Oof, that was cringe moment number 27, I think, at that point. A good cringe
moment.
What about the club scene with the Weeknd?
Club scene.
Oh, okay. I just thought of another good line.
Fuck the Weeknd. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good line. But also like, I never resurfaced anything.
You know, we're a bunch of morons. That's a good one. When he's like, "Where are you guys going for the summer?" We're thinking of going to Europe, get some culture in here. You know, raising a bunch of morons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just calls his kids dumb. That was good.
Do you think they played Oh no, I really like the whole part with he had to take his kid up to the bathroom. That was good. Cringe. That was cringe moment number like 18.6 right there. That was dog.
Yeah, and then his kid like finds out that he's cheating on his wife.
Like, what do you got to think about your dad at that point?
And I think so the best way I can describe Good Time to you is like that whole scene where he has to take his kid up there, deal with the implications of all that. That's basically all of Good Time, and that kind of. I mean, I can't go into it without spoiling it, but just watch Good Time. Please watch Good Time.
All right, I'll watch it. Yeah. I'll put it on my list.
Yeah.
Next to Baby Driver. Still need to watch Baby Driver.
All right, can I cap on you guys? I mean, not cap on you guys. I thought Baby Driver was okay. It was like fun.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't think that was like. I mean, still watch it, Ben. You have every right to still watch it.
Don't get me started on Marriage Story.
I mean, I just. I'm not expecting Baby Driver to be like a fantastic movie. I just heard the soundtrack was really fucking good.
if you like throwing in songs, I guess. No, kudos to
Edgar.
whoever was in that. What's his name?
Hansel.
Hansel and Gretel, or whatever his name is.
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel
No,
and Gretel,
hats off to Hansel and Gretel. They did a really good job.
Hansel, whatever.
They really gained weight for the role. I mean, damn.
No,
Little
wasn't there a
fairy
Gretel
tale
and
joke
Hansel
there.
that came out this year?
Yeah, there was.
But I'm thinking of Hansel and Gretel with wife beater and another girl. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So.
He's speaking, of course, about Jeremy Renner. We don't do that here. All right. Anyways, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
Masterpiece.
Definitely. It was definitely a work.
Fantastic
Masterpiece.
movie.
This wasn't your typical Maleficent Mistress of Evil. This was
I mean,
something else. The quote Toby Maguire.
I feel honestly like very fortunate that 2019 was a year where I got, in my opinion, 2 masterpieces: Uncut Gems and The Lighthouse.
All right. Quick, look, are you ready for a nice transition? All right, 2 masterpieces, neither of which got a fucking Oscar nomination.
Ooh, well,
Did
Lighthouse
either
got-
of them get
Shut up,
anything?
Manny.
Okay,
Shut
but if we're being
up.
technical.
Well, if we're being technical, Lighthouse didn't get a nomination for fucking cinematography, which is fine.
Did it even
Yeah.
win?
No, it didn't. 1917 won.
What?
Yeah, the Academy likes. They get a real big hard on when people use one-shot movies and. Ugh.
Don't get me wrong, Birdman was great.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was telling Manny yesterday. It was like, okay, I love Birdman,
Yes.
but one shot
You know
does
what
not
I'm saying? Like-
equal
I
cinematography.
mean, I'm gonna say I don't think I didn't watch enough movies this year to really have an in-depth discussion about the Oscars, but I saw Lighthouse and I saw Uncut Gems,
And that's
and
all.
both of these momovies were fantastic. And
That's the way,
I don't
dude.
know how they didn't. I don't know how they didn't get nominated for best movie.
I don't know if we're ready for this whole fuck awards, keep repping yourself speech, but I'll save that for like the last 2 hours.
Last 2 hours of our live stream.
But are we ready to get into Oscar?
I mean, if we have nothing else to say about Uncut Gems besides,
I think.
What do you think?
okay.
What do you think, Manny?
Well, something I was thinking about in terms of just a little thought I had was like, I love the depiction of New York. I feel like it's very classic, kind of 70s vibe almost.
Interesting. I get where you're going here with. I recently watched Taxi Driver before my nap. I think I had to take a nap after that, but like, I kind of get where you're going with the 70s. A lot of films that came out in the 70s relating to the city were very. They blended a lot of the boroughs and the people and
Yeah.
the filth and the sets.
And specifically in contrast to Taxi Driver, because Taxi Driver in New York is like
Oh, that
fucking
was-
gritty underworld. Like, sorry,
You capping, bro? Because I think Taxi was Atlanta.
what?
Taxi Driver. Oh no, I'm thinking of Baby Driver. Oops, that's
What
that's
the- Dude, that's a
Come
that's,
on, Manny.
that's a cringe moment number 1. What the hell,
You should have a sound effect, for
dude?
for cringe moments on.
Yeah, there you go. Because this guy just tried to say that Taxi Driver took
No,
place in Atlanta.
I'm thinking Baby. I thought you were talking about Baby Driver with Hansel and Gretel. I'm sorry.
No,
Alright, no,
no.
keep going.
Hansel and Gretel.
Keep going.
As I was saying, jeez,
Yikes.
For
Awkward.
that disgusting interruption.
New York City, seen in ways that haven't been seen since films in the 1970s.
Sure.
Because the city, I feel like it's been like so cleaned up and gentrified and homogeneous.
Homogeneous.
It's like there's so much that goes on at the street level, so much chaos, but
Yeah.
there's still it's
Maybe
just
it's not as outright as
Taxi Driver.
No. No, as outright. No, yeah, exactly. That's, it's not as because it focuses on certain parts where like Taxi Driver. You can talk about movies from that time. Putney's. I don't even. That's another episode. But like they're pretty straight up about their stuff. But this was focused on the jewelers and the betting and the So yeah.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, Ben?
We should cap it at an hour and then get into whatever else we need to.
Yeah, I'm just I don't have any other thoughts.
All right. I guess that means we can talk about the awards season.
The killing scene.
The killing season. We mentioned that 2 great films were not considered for any substantial awards or any awards, and
We can talk about within our local audience. When I say local audience, I say the Nog Marriage Story between Joker.
Have you seen Marriage Story, Ben?
No, I haven't watched enough movies this year to really participate in this conversation.
I think we could talk on a surface level, not getting.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna get into anything specific, but like, what do you want to say, Manny? Because like, I think you and I agree on this, so I don't know what.
I'll start with Marriage Story. And so I watched that in my room.
Oh, me too.
No,
I feel.
Should I head out? Because I don't want to get any spoilers.
Oh no, I'm not gonna get into spoilers.
We're not gonna spoil. We just wanted to
This
just
is-
quickly
okay.
cover it. Yeah.
This is down to performances and how this relates to the 20 other divorces. No. But so I think it was. He's not wrong. Divorce and family
Yeah,
is
no.
something that can really it touches everyone within what you think about your parents and with them and Marriage Story. It's marriage. It's like Toy Story. Straight up. It's Marriage Story. So I mean, I think they did a good job of painting a little picture of a little family here. Between ScarJo and Adam Driver. And
Okay, Manny, stop footing around because I agree. It's great. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful depiction. Probably, the best depiction of divorce and this kind of emotion. No, one of the best. I didn't say. Sorry.
Sure.
One of the best before. Sure, I agree.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's not a bad movie.
But also, if you're talking about but this is not to trivialize or to compare people's divorces, but like this was a pretty. This sounds messed up, but this is a pretty mild divorce because you only ever got to see one point where they broke and to argue.
Yeah, the kid was happy. No, just kidding.
But like that was my issues. Like Adam, I really like Adam Driver, and
Yes.
I really felt his energy in that one scene. But I feel like they could have gone a little bit more.
Yeah, it was mild. It was entertaining and mild.
It was mild. I think if you want to talk about a subject like this, there definitely it can get a lot louder. Is what I'm gonna say.
Yes, thank you.
So, but still watch it, Ben. I would still
Yeah,
watch it.
still watch it. I still recommend it. I don't know why everyone. It's just. I caught flack, Ben. I basically caught flack from Evan because I thought
Like
that
a mortar
Joker.
shell.
I thought Joker was a better overall film that did something new and different and creative.
Which I
more
haven't
so.
seen Joker. All right, what movies do I need to see this year from this past year?
Joker.
I need to see Marriage Story, Joker, and Parasite. I need to see Parasite.
Yeah, those are probably the 3 essentials, I'd say.
And Ford versus Ferrari.
Have you seen Knives Out?
No, I haven't.
Definitely see that.
Yeah, sure. That's
All right.
You'll see your boy Lakeith Stanfield in another role there. So.
You know what I did just see? Probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. Birds of Prey.
You actually saw it?
I actually saw it. Yeah.
On
Interesting.
Pirate or
All right, listen. It was.
I mean, no cap. I kind of want to see it. It seems entertaining, to be honest.
It was okay. Was it good cinema?
No, probably
No.
not.
Was it entertaining?
Yeah.
Yes. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was just violent enough to be funny, and then Harley Quinn was hot. And there you go. I mean, what more can you ask for, really?
That's true.
I mean, like I'm not one to jump on the Birds of Prey because I'm not a Birds of Prey fan. I remember when they had a show like
yeah.
15 years ago. That shit was ranky, stinky, danky.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't even make sense. Like, they had powers that they weren't supposed to have, and like
obviously like here we are talking about it. No one remembers it. I guess like I'm sure there are Birds of Prey fans out there. There are definitely Harley Quinn fans out there for sure. I mean those.
Oh, there are plenty.
So
guys, we keep saying it wrong. It's called Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. That's the full title.
is there gonna be a part 2?
You know what? I'm never
Probably.
gonna say that.
Can we just call it what do we call this movie?
Just call it
Harley
Quinn's
Quinn.
debut.
Harley Quinn, the movie.
Harley Quinn the movie plus 3 other girls, 1.5 of which were.
So how was Leto in this one?
He wasn't in it.
Do you have any cool spoilers for us? Like,
Jared Leto wasn't in it.
oh, is there
Do you want me to spoil the movie?
is there anything you could really spoil that's like surprising or?
Is it a dick
I'm
pic
gonna
of
be
it?
honest. I don't even remember most of the movie.
I'm guessing
It's just.
I'm guessing they beat Black Mask. He probably
Like I don't even remember who the villain is. Was it Black Mask? I don't know.
What?
That's how little I processed that movie.
Dude.
It was just a bunch of people getting their legs broken, and then
So Harley Quinn was the most attractive. Who was the second most attractive bird of prey?
the voice one.
Huh?
The one. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look up birds of prey.
Black Canary.
Oh.
All right.
Is that the girl that was in Sky High and Final Destination and?
Yeah, she kind of hot though. I mean,
Yeah, bro. I've been standing here since 2005, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
even
I guess
capping.
Black Canary.
where is this podcast going?
This is just.
Okay, now we're gonna rate the birds of prey. Okay, no, let's talk about
Well, we're talking movies of the year, basically.
Yeah, basically. So, what movies came out this year? Let's pull up a little bit of a list.
Let's get the same list going. Like all of us pull up the same thing, so we're looking at the same.
I mean, I was just gonna use Google.
Yeah, that's fine. Movies of 2019. Google. Looking at Parasite,
Yep.
Hollywood, Irishman. So.
Okay.
Let's start from the bottom. Bottom as talking about going to 2019 fantasy movies and just kind of like we're not gonna last long. We're just gonna say meh or what to each of them. I think would be good.
All right. I will be back.
Potty break.
I have to go take a potty break.
Okay, this is good. I like.
You want us?
We're
You
reinventing.
guys can talk about this year's movies since I didn't see
Sure,
much
sure.
of them.
We're reinventing the format of podcasting. They're now potty breaks to talk about birds of prey.
All right, I'll be back.
So I'm looking at Toy Story 4 right now.
What?
Listen, I love Toy Story a lot, but
I'm not gonna see it because I feel like
I mean, I
and I don't
got
have
my
a
summary in the hotel room that one night. So
yeah, and like I don't have an attachment, so I don't want to see it anyway. But like
I do have an attachment, and I respect it enough that I don't want to watch it.
yeah, because Toy Story 3 wrapped it up perfectly.
3. Endgame. Ooh, that's a. I don't know.
For what I think we talked about this a little bit, but like for what it was, okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it wasn't. I wasn't in the theater like tearing my hair out. You know, but like as a superhero movie, nah,
It did
bro.
its job.
Nah, bro, get out of here.
It did its job of fulfilling this MCU arc.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure, I guess I don't care.
But like,
I think for me,
don't at me, bro.
my for whatever level of fanaticism I had with MCU just died with Civil War. Past that, I don't.
Shazam.
It was decent.
That was an interesting watch because my sister's like, let's just watch it. And I had some Little Caesars that night, so I'm not in the bougie mood, you know. I realize I'm eating here and I'm watching here, so it's
Yeah.
cute. I mean, let's bring your 10-year-old to the movies kind of flick. So
Yeah, it was fine.
Kid in the King. Are you seeing Kid in the King? Because I'm seeing Kid in the King.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my list is okay. Kid and the
Hellboy.
King.
Okay, yeah, you go. I'm sorry.
Kid and the King. Apparently, was not bad. It's a retail. Okay, we're gonna skip that. Can we just do movies that we've seen?
Fine. Let's go up to 2019 dramas. This is pretty packed.
Okay, Joker.
Shit. Joker, baby.
Joker, baby.
I think I heard a Zoom action in the back there.
We love Zoom.
It's a chill. I'm back. If you want, we can have a fourth guest on to
Yes.
give his opinion.
How is that gonna
about
work?
these movies. Cooper takes my headphones.
Oh.
Wait, Cooper.
If he wants. I don't know.
Yes, I want Cooper
Cooper's in
on.
the room. Bill says he wants you on.
Okay, I'm not very good at talking out since I'm not back.
Oh, you just talk to him a little bit.
Just for a
about
little
the,
bit, just for a
the
little
movies
bit.
you've seen this year and stuff.
Just a touch.
This is great.
Hello, gentlemen.
We're completely reinventing broadcasting on levels that have never been foreseen. By
Yeah, it's just become a shitty Skype call.
All right.
I'd
God.
argue that it's a regular Skype call into
Oh.
shitty podcast. Now that I'm... Just something to think about.
Did anyone see Midway?
Okay, Cooper. Basically, right
I don't
now.
think anyone on Earth saw Midway, man. I didn't even know that came out.
Cooper. Well, wait. We need to hear Cooper's thoughts because
Yes.
what did you think
Your
of
thoughts on what?
the? Okay, let's start off with this. What were your favorite movies of this past year?
Parasite and Little Women, far ahead of everything. Although I didn't see Lighthouse.
Okay, you're missing out.
Yeah.
What did you think of?
So I've heard about 3,000 times.
And it's not gonna stop. What did you think of Uncut Gems?
Uncut Gems was also fantastic, but not quite as good as those two. It was like one tier down with probably Midsummer director's cut.
Interesting.
Hot
So,
takes.
what exactly was it that puts Parasite and Little Women so far ahead of these other movies? And more so, just based on what we're saying, why is Uncut Gems not of that caliber?
I mean, it's less that Uncut Gems is missing something, and it's that, like, Parasite and Little Women were, for me, like, are both, like, in the short list of best movies I've ever seen.
It's all personal preference. Like sometimes you just like.
Oh yeah, no,
You like the feel of a movie.
It's like, Parasite, for me, was, like, as impressive a directorial accomplishment as there ever has been, period. Because he made a movie that, like, seamlessly, halfway through, switched from a family drama comedy into a horror thriller without feeling, like, disjointed at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely a well-deserved Best Picture. I'd
Yeah,
say.
it was. I will say, I did not think that they would give it to
Yeah.
Parasite.
Especially after he won Best Director and Best Foreign Picture.
I thought it was gonna go to, like, 1917.
1717.
Did either of you see that?
No, and I don't plan to.
I don't know. I
just-
feel like it's gonna end up being a movie that, like, leans on a gimmick instead of being a movie.
Yeah. And there's no, I feel like
It's post-Made by Boyhood game.
it's just like I feel like war movies don't really have much more room to grow. I feel like we've seen
Yeah.
almost all aspects.
It's like I saw Dunkirk however many years ago. I don't need to see 1917.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, for you, was Uncut Gems better than Parasite?
Oof, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Personally,
Say it.
Personally, if I was like, okay, which movie am I going to sit down and rewatch? I'd probably rewatch Uncut Gems first.
Wow. I already watched Parasite twice, so it is what it is.
Yeah, no, I think that just when it comes down to that level, it's personal choice because of how different they are. Because, like, I think we can both respect, like, how well made they both are and, you know, acting, casting, writing.
No, I thought they were both, like, absolutely tremendous. I'm not trying to take anything away from Uncut Gems. I just love Parasite more than I can express.
Yeah, so I think once we, like, recognize the technical masterpiece of that sense, it just comes down to, like, preference.
Yeah.
And what kind of movie you want to watch.
Don't think I can really, off the top of my head, think of a movie that pulls off the whole, like, overwhelming and stressful but still making sense thing like Uncut Gems does. That was remarkable.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we've been speaking about.
I'm trying. What other movies do it?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, they made... Have you seen Good Time? Have you seen the Safdie brothers' first film, Good Time?
I haven't.
Okay, it's very
It's the same
similar.
thing.
It's not the same thing. It's a different premise, but the same, like, tension and anxiety, and it's just their first go at it. And
That
I
shit
think
is awesome.
it's great. It's wonderful, and, like, Robert Pattinson is in it. He does a really good job.
I pulled up a list of the most stressful movies you'll ever watch. Gravity. Okay. What's everyone? Exactly. So I mean, Nightcrawler was a little skin crawling, but I don't.
Nightcrawler was. Yeah, it was less overwhelming though,
Yeah,
more than it was just like Jake Gyllenhaal made it very stressful
Yeah.
by being
Oh,
a god.
a movie I really like, and there were like one or two parts where you felt that stress was Prisoners with him and Hugh Jackman. That's a great movie.
I did not see that.
Me neither.
I don't want to spoil it because it's really there are parts like that you feel that. So, but nothing. Uncut Gems is from start to finish. So.
This is kind of a non sequitur, but I'm gonna do the hot take. Nightcrawler, if Jake Gyllenhaal had been good instead of great, would have been like a 6 or a 7. I don't think the movie itself was all that impressive.
It was him. He's like
it was a decent movie with like one of the better performances I've ever
it's because
seen.
it's one of those it's the individual in that case. Really.
I am a whore for Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh,
to
yeah, dude.
A degree
Donnie
that I
Darko.
can hardly express. Zodiac. Oh my god.
No.
You guys see Terminator Dark Fate?
I did not.
Weird.
Alright, well,
Shockingly.
Manny, we gotta cut Cooper in on our discussion of Marriage Story. Joker.
I liked Marriage Story a lot.
Yeah.
Personally.
I liked it too.
Me too.
Like,
Alright, that's enough.
I feel like there's something I'm missing here.
No, there's no sarcasm. I did like it, but okay. So basically, I'm catching a lot of flack from old Evan Lemolier Because I told him that, well, I think, and I'm restating this in the podcast, so I hope people don't mind, but it's a very entertaining movie. It's one of the best movies to talk about divorce and that message and bring that emotion. Adam Driver had a great performance. Scarlett Johansson had a pretty good performance. I don't think it was...
I like Scarlett. I always like ScarJo. She has a nice voice, and that's pretty much all I need.
Oh, well.
I mean, all right.
I tried like 4 times.
I don't know. It had a really great script, is what I will say.
Interesting.
A great script, I think.
I mean, personally, I don't think it's a bad script. I don't know if I saw it as really great. And these are the kind of like sentiments that I was sharing with Evan. And then Evan just went ballistic.
Really? I don't know. For me, it's like, it was like not the most incredible movie by any means in terms of like the story and stuff. It was all good, but I think that just like the dialogue, the way it was written, made all the characters feel very, very real.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
No, yeah.
I'm a big dialogue boy.
Also, I don't think Laura Dern deserved.
Yeah, she did not deserve.
Absolutely not. Florence Pugh did.
Florence Pugh. All right, who's baking cookies?
Florence Pugh also deserved Best Leading Actress for Midsommar, without a question.
Interesting. I have yet to see.
Even better than Saoirse Ronan and Little Women.
This is just a general A24 snub, though. Like I feel like there was not enough representation overall.
Yeah, of course.
That's just inarguable, really.
In 1917, come on. I mean,
I just can't speak on 1917. I didn't see it, and same goes for Joker, because I wanna hate on all of Joker's nominations, but I just haven't seen it, so I can't.
Also, I don't know about you, Nabil. I really like Joker, but they should have cleared up some space for other movies.
No,
Joker.
Of course I agree, dude.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
Like,
I like Joker though.
What do I think Joker deserved? I think Joker definitely deserved Best Actor. I think it deserved...
What competition was there for Best Actor? Like, I'm thinking through all the best movies, and none of them had, like, a strong male lead.
Well, Lighthouse, but...
once again, the one I didn't see, bro.
Yeah, sorry. I don't want to keep saying... I gotta say it. I can't let it not
I know.
Say it.
I'll watch it when it, like, comes out somewhere. I just couldn't get around to it, just the way it went.
If we're talking about Gemini Man, that was like a double whammy there for Will Smith, but whatever. It is what it is.
Sure. Alright. Ben is whisking me away. I think I might be back. We might be back? Question mark?
I hope so. We're trying to make this go as long as we can.
I need to get food. I'm hungry.
Ben needs to get food.
Wait, you guys want to chomp it?
Can we not...
I don't think so.
I kind of want to go to Chomp It right now. I'm not going to.
Chomp is really far away from us, Manny.
I'm telling the bills. Like I kind of.
Yeah, this is really quality shit for the podcast, Manny. Bro, I want to go to Chomp It. This has been Filmatic.
Or me being like, yeah, I want to keep going, and then everyone going, oh yeah, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, bro.
No, you're making me hungry talking about these movies. No, I mean,
stop.
Oh, also, I just recently watched The Farewell, and I liked it, but I was so disappointed because it could have been so much better.
Interesting.
Because it had the pieces of a great movie, and instead was a solid movie.
Aquafina.
Aquafina was fantastic, though. Alright, I gotta go.
See ya.
Hopefully I'll be back before you guys are off the air. Love you, gentlemen.
Okay, see ya.
Farewell.
The Farewell.
Alone. Wait, is Ben leaving too? He's not leaving, is he?
Ben, you're not leaving, are you?
He's still mic'd up.
So Minnie, don't tell me you're not leaving, are you?
No, I'm not leaving. I can't leave my brother. I can't leave a man behind.
Oh yeah. Okay, is he actually leaving?
So he left it on?
Yeah, I think he left it on so he could come back.
Good trip.
Cooper.
Zoom. Zoom.
So
hear us.
So for viewers, for listeners right now who are listening, and I may have cut the previous audio, Ben Becker and Cooper Wisden have just left to get food. His roommate, Zoom Norton, is still in the room, singing to himself.
Zoom.
And if this continues, I might have to ask Ben to text him or something. Because
Zoom.
He's like, he can't hear us, bro.
I just don't want it to be in his intimate conversation. Like, if he starts, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think he will. I think he's just going to keep singing. Joker, what are your thoughts?
Joker. I understand all the criticism. I understand all the comparisons with other films. I understand the bogging down of the studio for the throwing in the Batman relations. I understand. But I still really liked Joaquin.
I mean, Joaquin.
I like it a lot. So.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. It's
man.
No, excuse. Sorry,
I was getting tired.
Not all of us get naps. Sorry. No, it's a character study, and a character study would be nothing without it. What should I do about that?
Sorry, you want me to text Zoom?
Yeah. At least tell him to like unplug the microphone or like mute it, because he can mute it actually.
And you're still acting, ruder than I.
Just tell him to walk over to the computer and press the mute that's next to his name.
I'm working on that. I mean, I hope he's looking at his phone right now. I hope he's not doing this off the cuff. Like, this is... Alright, we can keep talking.
Yeah, okay, now we're good. Okay, so yes, it's a testament to the character.
I think it's a testament to the versatility and the amount of the way people are attracted to these to Batman and to Joker, to these characters that are talked about over and over and over and over and over again.
And they found a way to spin it so that it's still interesting. And there's a message. I know some people like cringe at this. Some people think it's like ooh, funny meme, but like I mean honestly, there are themes of mental health awareness and class conflict and beneath all the memes and all the glamour of the comic adaptation, it's there, but there's still a message, I feel like, and there's still a raw emotion to it. And whether I say that to Ed, like, do you agree?
I can see.
Am I wrong? I don't.
Am I wrong? I can see why people think it's shallow. I'm not saying I'm gonna live my life by this movie.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying that it's profound or it's changing my life. I'm just saying that
I really like performance a lot. It was sweet, So,
yeah.
Like, if you're talking compared to Marriage Story, I think this is more prevalent in my
yes.
My enjoyment.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Sorry there.
Sorry. Just finger me.
Molly.
Just finger me. Okay. Yeah. Oh, really, really connecting to divorce. Yeah.
What's next? Who won?
You decide. We gotta find a topic. We gotta find a topic that we can just keep going at.
Just spill it.
Because this is good, but we just keep going. Like, this was the movie.
All right.
This is what I like.
You want me to? All right. Well, he's not singing, is he? So that's good.
That's good.
You want me? Am I allowed to throw something out here?
Sure, you can throw out whatever you want, bro.
I want to talk Spike Lee.
Oh,
is that allowed?
No, that's allowed.
I'm a spiker to the end.
You love the Spike Lee joints?
I do love them Spike Lee joints. I like to Michael Scott joints too. I mean, but
Michael Scott joints are good.
Great Scott.
Great Scott.
Anyways, sorry. So, I mean, I don't know if Ben and them can comment when they walk in, but I'll cap you at 2 films I enjoy very much by Mr. Spike Lee. Do the Right Thing and 25th Hour are definitely my favorite joints. A lot. I like them a lot. So,
well,
you want to talk about?
I mean, yeah. Well, I know we both do the right thing, so we should probably talk about that first. I mean, what a movie, right? Like,
no, for real. For Rizzo.
Pharrell?
Pharrell should have been.
Because I'm happy. All right. Wasn't there a theory going around online or some sort of fan thing where instead of The Weeknd and Uncut Gems, it was Pharrell? Were we talking about that?
Some Chris 17 music guy on Reddit is talking
something about Lee.
I don't know. All right, let's.
Yeah.
The way Spike, I think, and this he's very tied to Marty Scorsese. Okay.
Yeah.
They're both top tier from the city filmmakers, and they have a lot of respect for one another too from the start. So I really like that dynamic that they have. I don't know, you saw during the Oscars how Bong Joon-ho gave a shout out to
I saw that.
Quentin, and Spike was up there with him. So they've solidified themselves as the current. I would say those 3. I'm sure there are others I'm missing out on, but they've solidified themselves as the current. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I got you.
The influences that we have now. They were influenced by whoever from the 60s, 70s. Now we ourselves are definitely for sure influenced by Marty and Quenty and Spikey. So I really enjoy Do the Right Thing encapsulated the city in a way that, because we see the city. I'm talking about like going from Raging Bull and Taxi Driver and all those early Scorsese films. He took what he saw of the city, right?
Yeah.
And Spike took what he saw of the city, and I really like the juxtaposition of the tension in that in the Spike Lee joint and the Spike Lee joints, and also just the color of the is beautiful. So,
and the ties to there's a big thing is obviously like what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah, what I got from this is everyone's in the wrong or in the right. It's not when it comes to racism. Unfortunately, it's not so clear cut.
Yeah.
When it comes to the classism, it sucks, but like I felt he had probably one of the best. I think he did one of the best jobs of talking about our issues here in the United States in that kind of clash. So.
Yeah, and it's an incredible, like, kind of like a rough sketch of all these thoughts that Spike Lee had. You know, like there's anger, resentment, but there's understanding, but then there's confusion.
There is understanding,
and there's love
compassion.
and hate, and obviously, you know, the classic, the speech with the two fists. It's like it's love and hate, right? Yeah, that's like, and then, you know, and the biggest thing, like MLK, Malcolm X, the two sides of the coin,
the violence versus
peace, but then it's not so clear, right? Because then you learn that it's like, okay, these things aren't just
Afrocentrism that you didn't really see so on display, that was so rewarded at that point. And there was I really like, I don't know about you, I felt really bad for, I don't remember his name, the Pete Sal. There was all that build up in that restaurant. He uses the physical environment, the heat, you know, the cars, the cops.
Yeah, everyone is sweating, and
everyone's every side of like he shows everyone's not. It's not just everyone can be mean, basically, like that. So
and it's not one dimensional. Like you're like, okay, this white pizza owner in this, you know, block on Brooklyn, surrounded by all these, you know, black people. Okay, he's definitely gonna be racist, and it's like, well, no, he's kind of racist, but he kind of appreciates the environment that he's in.
I feel so bad because he and I really truly, like, I felt like he meant it. Like that was that neighborhood became his family. He these kids grew up on his food. They, you know, he saw these kids grow up and stuff.
Yeah.
But then again, there's always that underlying like resorting to words and stuff when he said, you know what, but then again, the way, like,
and all of the characters are like distinctive, you know.
Yes, Radio Raheem.
Yes.
I forget Giancarlo's character. What's his
D's,
name?
motherfucker, D's. And it's like, which one?
Giancarlo's character.
Oh, bugging out.
What's his name?
Bugging out.
Yeah, Bug.
You scuffed my J's, man.
like, because you kind of understand the argument from both sides. Like when it comes to race, like they're like, oh, why don't you got no black people up on the wall?
Yeah.
When something like. It's all, race is not clear cut whatsoever. Like definitely at one point you can tell, like, this is going into history, whatever. Italians were not considered white. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of like effort to make them join that. Diaspora is the word, whatever that is. To join that definition of being white, they were considered guaps. Oh shit. Okay, how am I getting into? All right. But like you get what I'm saying. So I can understand that within Sal and his pride for, you know, the people up on the wall and his people, where they came from. But then you see his sons who are very one of the sons is chill, but Turturro is just an ass. But like,
dude, I mean, he's also so young in this movie. I barely even recognized him.
But then you go to the blacks, and they also have resentment that they shouldn't be having. But then again, sometimes you're like, you know what, we come from different places. It's just,
and
I don't know.
I mean, did you see Black Klansman?
Can I be honest about Black Klansman?
Well, that's what I'm leading into. And I'm just like, he made it such a masterful, like, dancing on the line of political discourse and art.
You're talking about
Do the Right Thing.
Yeah,
you know, he like perfectly was on the line. Went the right ways.
Yeah, this one's a
but
little.
Black Klansman, while it's still a good movie, it's enjoyable.
Yeah,
it's on the nose. You know,
especially that whole last segment with like Trump.
It's literally like a documentary.
Like, yeah. Like, I understand Spike is an angry guy, and he lets that out in all of his movies about whatever
yeah,
it is.
I just wish he would have channeled it into something more like this.
I get it. Ooh, Orange Man, whatever. But like,
yeah, no, I agree, and it's just like, but definitely, I mean, anybody out there, still Do the Right Thing,
watch it.
And definitely still watch Black Klansman.
Yeah,
but Do the Right Thing is a masterpiece, 5-star movie.
For sure,
it's gonna go down, hopefully. History, because I feel like not enough people know about it.
It definitely was big when it came out.
Yeah, when it came out, it was controversial and all that. So
it supplanted Spike as a leader in the directing force
and the black community, and it was a huge milestone.
I don't know. I really like that movie. I really do.
I really, really do.
I I won't get into it because I want you to see it. Definitely, 25th Hour is a great movie. Because could we do an Edward Norton little tribute? Not tribute,
okay.
but a little rundown.
Mm-hmm.
Because he definitely towards the end of the mid 90s, early 2000s, he had a huge run of film. Huge.
Yeah, and it's
like
insane.
a lot. We're talking American History X. We're talking Fight Club. I just mentioned 25th Hour. The one, the Primal Fear, Red Dragon. I never watched Red Dragon, but that's like the Hannibal Lecter movie. Rounders is a good movie with Matt Damon about gambling. He did a lot of shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know. He just hasn't. I guess I didn't see Motherless Brooklyn. I know. Like watching interviews, he's been talking about it for like the last 20 years. Like that's been his baby. Why did I just say Ben Affleck? Edward Norton. Edward Norton. But like, yeah, that was his baby or whatever. I mean, if it's on Netflix, I'll watch it. But
It's iconic.
I don't know the full validity of this, but he might be like kind of a jerk, whatever. One of those like stubborn guys. But I like his work.
He was good in Birdman.
Yes, I forgot he was in Birdman. That was
Caricature of himself or something, but like.
I think that and Budapest were the last things I saw with him. So.
Okay. What about let's see some other good movies. Okay, this year, let's talk about gangster movies. We haven't talked about The Irishman.
This is where lines are drawn, and so, you know me. You see my room. I'm a gangster bitch. You know that.
Yeah.
You know that. I'm a. So, I saw this with my mommy and. I sat down with the maestros, the ones who even showed me this stuff. So, I love De Niro. Okay, De Niro is a legend in every right of the word. He's a legend. I'll always, he's good when he's in. Pesci, great. Keitel, great. Who else was in this? The guy that was in Snatch, and then he was the fat guy. He was like, "Oh, I was only 5 minutes late."
Yeah.
I mean,
there were some big names. Ray Romano.
Jesse Plemons, Ray Romano.
Yes.
Anna, I don't understand Anna Paquin. I mean, she barely did anything.
Yeah.
Maybe also I'm getting a little, I don't know, because like it's very similar to Casino and Goodfellas, where it's this like narrative where the guy's telling the story and it goes through like the decades or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I'm comparing it hugely to those movies. So I liked it. I mean, Pacino. We forgot. How could like?
Oh, I thought you already said Pacino.
No, I did not mention Pacino.
Oh,
That was the missing link right there. Pacino, you gotta love the man, bro. He's
Pacino is God.
Because I heard him talk about it, like, why do you? So you do all these movies, you also do really shitty movies. Why? He says he just wants to do them. It's not about money. I mean, I don't know about Jack and Jill, but he just wants to do them, So
Yeah.
that's bold. You just do it, So
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Irishman was obviously not the greatest fucking freaking gangster movie.
I completely respect though that if you like it, because I can see where.
Yeah.
It's just
that it's been a while since we got something like that, and it's refreshing that it's here, and there's a whole different take on the second half where it's about
Sure.
aging and legacy, kind of an aspect we don't really get to look at. I mean, it's kind of hinted at in Goodfellas, but we never get to look at it.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying there. It's definitely about.
So for that aspect, I appreciate it. It's a good movie, good technical wise. I know how you feel about some of the de-aging.
I feel specifically about that one scene. I'm not gonna say it, but
Just say it, bro.
They could have used a body double on it. Like,
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't know if it's because I was watching on my
Yeah.
shitty computer or something, but
he just came out.
I really had almost no problems with this.
God bless De Niro, bro. But
Yeah.
damn, dog, you are old now.
I mean, even with its flaws, which I recognize,
Yeah.
it's still a landmark in VFX.
I'm patiently waiting for the point where, I guess, I don't know how you would feel, but like where it becomes very commonplace almost.
I think it already is.
But more so than now, where people are writing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like where it becomes common practice. So
Yeah.
because we've obviously seen it in the MCU, we've seen it in Gemini.
Dude, the thing about
Gemini Man.
God, the MCU. The thing about that is like, they use it there for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, 10 years ago, Michael Douglas was saying goodnight to his daughter, and and it's just like, okay.
They're just throwing that in there.
Yeah, just to say that we can do it. Okay.
So,
Have you seen?
yeah.
This is kind of a heel turn. I don't know if this relates to anything, but I'm just thinking of like really good movies. Have you seen There Will Be Blood?
That's the one with...
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, no. It was on Netflix for a while. I'm like, but I never did. So
Damn
I
dog.
can't cap on you. I can't cap.
You missing out. You missing out.
I'm gonna go to my letterbox. I'm gonna look at what I
Oh,
stand.
how'd you know where I was?
Ooh, got him.
Okay, well, while you're pulling that up, since we were kind of circle back, talking about Irishman, what about Goodfellas? You know, you and I both love Goodfellas.
Yes, of course, classic. I mean, it's a milestone for those type of films, those long biopics, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, peak Pesci, peak
Yeah.
Liotta, peak De Niro. I mean, what else can you ask for?
Say? So I'm looking right now. I'm a big Scarface bitch too. You know that.
Yeah, I know that.
And that's very much setting and in the characters and Pacino and the music and like that's iconic iconography. Is that how you say it? That's like the character of Scarface really set the tone for a lot of people. You know, that's a cult classic poster. The outfits.
Yeah.
So I really like that movie. But
Okay, my turn.
yeah, sure, go ahead.
I mean, well, I wanted to talk. Well, you haven't seen The Departed, so I guess we won't talk about that. But you haven't seen The Florida Project?
No, I do want to see that though because that feels like very too real. It feels
Yeah.
like too real.
It is really real, really real.
Let's do it. Let's give it the faux clap in this bitch.
All right. Okay, what about Snatch?
Snatch is fun. Snatch is good fun. I like the scope of, like I said this before. I like a big ensemble cast.
Yes.
And that
I
has
love
really
the energy.
yes,
It's like-
definitely.
Where it's like almost like Pulp Fiction, but it's more fast paced and it's
Yeah.
like
it does zoom through a lot of stuff, but like that.
funny and entertaining, and it's just like it's like one of those movies where I'm just like, okay, anytime,
Guy Ritchie, right?
yeah, anytime this is on, you just want to watch it, want to sit back, relax, you know.
And there's just some good lines, some good memorable parts.
Yes. That's not a gun, Vincent. It's a fucking anti-aircraft.
I like the Sherlock Holmes with RDJ because that energy's there too, and so I'm glad he's finally out of the MCU's goddamn hellhole. And he can, like, seriously.
Yeah, no.
So he can do. I mean, he did Doolittle first. I don't know how that is coming out of the gate, but
Apparently it's really bad. Who would have thought? Okay, what about Django Unchained?
I still haven't seen it. I can't count.
Dog, why are you capping like this? Why are you capping like this?
Doolittle does have a 5.5, so that's not bad. But
Ben's mic is on, and it just sounds like an aircraft.
we're in a plane right now.
Might as well talk about it because it's up here on my profile. 5 stars. You and I talk about this a lot. Spider-Man 2.
Slenderman 2.
It's not what I said.
Spider-Man 2.
The greatest
is a
superhero.
year- You want to get into the superhero movie? Let's get into that guy. He's not listening, is he? No, he's not listening.
Spider-Man 2. Greatest superhero movie of all time. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'll do it to
Saying like pure superhero film.
I'm saying it's the best film that encapsulates what it really means
No, sure.
to be a superhero and not to be a CGI fucking fuckfest super soldier ass. It's about a human being a hero, and it's about emotion, and it's about family and responsibility. I know it sounds cheap, responsibility, but it's just like it resonates on so many levels, and even when it does have CGI, it stands up. That freaking train fight, bro.
I love
still
the suits.
stands
I love
the practical effects. Perfect blend of practical effects and CGI.
But this is like not talking like Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking pure.
Yeah, we're talking like superhero comic to screen adaptation.
And I can understand why Scorsese straight up said, they're popcorn filler because they are. At a certain point, you can only do so much with when you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking like what the movies are doing now. It's like you can only do so much after certain ones. So that's why I like this movie a lot because it's its own thing, its own story, and
Yeah.
it's very pure at heart. And and memorable, and I like it a lot. I still do.
Yeah, and that's
So-
why it's my personal favorite.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And I'm thinking comic. I think the graphic novel medium is just as valid as a literature as traditional books.
Yeah,
but
me
I can
too.
see why when bringing them to the movies, people kind of filter them a certain way. But that's
Yeah.
also that's based on the fact that they're putting so much out now that it's just become it's like there are standout westerns, there are just hundreds of other westerns.
Yeah.
So it's just falling into that.
It's rather
Trope.
unfortunate, but
So, I mean, if you want to be watching Captain Marvel, by all means, go.
I don't know. I don't get it. I'll never understand it. The funny thing about editing this is that when I edit it, I actually have to listen to it to listen for silences or whatever, right? So however long this ends up being, like, okay, let's say it's 3 hours, it's going to be another hour, so it's going to be 4 hours.
I mean, at this point, it really is just for us, but it's very therapeutic. I said that early on. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Good combo. So
Me likey.
me like.
I hope someone out there
Yeah.
besides us listens to it. You know, as they're drifting off to sleep, just friends talking about movies. Maybe.
You can at least get.
Oh, speaking of maybe, should we talk about Austin?
Oof. I feel like we should do a comedy episode.
Okay, you want to save that for the comedy episode?
I feel like we should save Austin because that's a whole nother baby.
Okay, you're right. I'm gonna note that down. The comedy episode.
I'm gonna write that down.
I'll write that
So,
down. Comedy episode
maybe get some jokesters on that one. You know, some people that really would fit the vibe.
featuring jokesters.
Dude, George is working on an essay right now.
George,
I got
for the one viewer listening right now, George is Manny's roommate, who
Yeah.
hails from China, and don't be racist. He does not carry the Wuhan virus.
He's a good perspective of film as well,
Interesting.
because you know in China what they get are our blockbusters and then their films. And something I would really like to tap into is different types of foreign films as well. And I've had them. We watched one or two movies from there, and it's interesting. It's awesome to see how language and different cultures taken the medium and spit it back out in their own ways. And that's why something like Parasite, we get something like Parasite. You know what I'm saying? It's a different
Yeah.
perspective completely of how film is done.
That's
So,
another reason I recommend The Departed. It's actually based off of a Chinese film.
Oh damn!
So Scorsese adapted it. It's pretty good. It's interesting to see the differences.
I really want some French fries right now. I'm not gonna. But I'm gonna hold back. Keck.
Talk about Knives Out. Freaking Knives Out.
Okay, yeah, we haven't. I feel like we haven't talked too much about that one. So I'm not like batshit crazy about it, but I liked. It was a difference. It was a good story. It was cool. Like once again, ensemble. I really love that. I really love that aspect of the film.
Yeah.
There were some funny characters. Definitely a who's who of the last like 3 years of actors. Besides that, the girl, I don't know, Guatemala, whatever her name was, I don't know her name.
Yeah,
Daniel
no.
Craig being slick.
I know to a lot of people it sounds like I'm crazy about it, but it only sounds like that because it's just so refreshing for me to like witness something this original
Originality
in
this
2019.
bitch.
You know, like between this
Yeah,
and like
no,
Uncut
of
Gems
course.
and Lighthouse, like it's
No,
insane.
Exactly. If you look at it, it's pretty. There's a disparity with the films this year. You got Terminator and you got all these like really like you got all these movies that are like really.
Yeah.
And then you got little gems. You got some uncut gems.
Some Uncut Gems.
So
Yeah, and then obviously
I'm
like Knives Out like reinvigorates that genre of
Yes,
whodunit
sure.
after Murder on the Orient Express.
I mean, I like Kenneth Branagh, but I don't know.
And I don't know. I'm a sucker for Ryan Johnson. He's just seriously though, he's like actually one of my favorite filmmakers,
sure.
and I love his writing and cinematography. It's very good.
Sure. Let's talk more original. I do want to see Midsummer. I do want to see Parasite, Lighthouse. I don't know what else.
You haven't seen Seven Psychopaths yet, have you?
No, I clearly remember when it came out. My cousin was here. He was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" I'm like, yeah. And then I just never saw it. What is it on? Crackle?
Amazon Prime Video.
Oh, damn, bro.
No, but it's a good one. Goodie.
Yeah, sure.
It's a goodie good
Sure.
one.
It's a goodie.
Sam
It's a
Rockwell
goodie.
is pretty good
Oh.
in that. Woody Harrelson, Christopher Walken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty funny. It's kind of like Pulp Fiction-esque, but more streamlined.
We need to talk. We need a big
We need a big topic because this is a lot of. You like this? Yeah, I like this. Yeah.
kind of drawing it out. Like we were doing really well when we were talking about Uncut Gems, because we had that.
Well, we also had Ben too.
Yeah.
Let's just choose it. Let's make it a little challenge. Not challenge, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
no, I'm totally.
Let's
down.
choose a topic and just try to like talk about it as long as we can with as little gaps as we can. You know, like a podcast.
At this point, this is
like a YouTube like.
I want to talk. I want to talk about the spur of like based on real life films. I'm talking Hidden Figures. I'm talking Bohemian Rocket Man. Oh, First Man, Selma. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Also, because these are all very focused. Well, except for Bohemian and Rocket Man, all these are focused on the '60s, civil rights, space launch, or space race.
Yeah.
What do you think overall of that era for making film?
Are you saying specifically the 60s?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 60s. Just all the tribulations in that time. It was a very conflicted, a lot of conflict. You know what I'm saying? Like Vietnam.
I mean, it's one of the most popular decades for that reason.
Sure.
I mean,
rock and roll.
Remember The Help?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't hate those movies per se.
No, I don't.
But
I definitely don't like it. I'm just saying, like, they
no,
in the
I know
60s.
that. Like, they feel a little. They don't invigorate.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So.
And that's kind of how I feel about Hidden Figures, sort of. Is that okay to say? I don't know.
It's a good. I'm also thinking about Butler with Forrest Whitaker, but no.
Okay, so Hidden Figures. I saw this movie on a date when nothing else was playing.
42 with Jackie. I'm sorry. Yeah. Unbroken. What are those? Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Seriously, that was a bad time for cinema. January freaking 2017. Yeah.
Except for Logan, La La Land. That's it. No.
Yeah, but those were November too, so it's bruh. Well, I mean, December and January usually always gets shafted. So, anyway, it was cool. It was cool to learn about those people.
Yeah, for sure.
I like Janelle Monáe. She's kind of hot though. I mean,
that's what. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
TV
Kevin. What's his name? Kevin
Spacey.
No, what's his
Costner.
Yes, he was in it.
Ben Parsons. I mean, not Ben. Fucking young Sheldon ass.
Yeah, I know. Jim Parsons. Yes, it was entertaining to some degree.
It's a great tribute to some great stories, but sometimes
it just reminds me of a movie I would see in school. You know?
Yes. It's too clean cut.
Yeah, and there's not a problem, I guess, but for what it is.
I'm not quoting that. Yeah.
You know.
I'm not quoting that movie anytime soon. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even think of a quote. All I remember is when she tried to use the bathroom.
Yes, that's all I remember too.
But they stole that movie. They stole that from that. Have you seen Something the Lord Made with Alan Rickman and Mos Def?
No, I've heard of it from 20 years ago.
It was an HBO movie. I recommend it. It's really good. Really
Mos
good.
Def.
He's actually a really good actor, honestly.
No, okay. No.
And obviously Alan Rickman is great. But it was that was what the whole movie was about, because it's about Mos Def.
Isn't it something about doctors?
Yeah, so there was this case in the 40s or 50s, I guess, and it was about babies were being born, and there was a certain medical thing that was happening where they would turn blue and suffocate and die.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, seriously. And then Alan Rickman basically recruited Mos Def's character, but obviously this is a time when, segregation and all that. So it's actually pretty entertaining and groundbreaking in its own right, and highly recommend. It's a way better version of Hidden Figures. Because Hidden Figures is basically, to me, just because I've seen that movie so much growing up, it just feels like a bad ripoff with a space sequence at the end. I don't know. If you're gonna see any movie and you're worried about that kind of thing, it's great. It's great to know about these people in Hidden Figures.
Oh, of course.
But I'm saying if you want to find that same message in a better made movie with better performances,
yes, that's what I'm. Yeah.
Then watch Something the Lord Made on HBO. Go. Came out in 2004, I think.
George, what time are you gonna go to bed? 20 minutes. All right, so we got 20 minutes on this mic here.
Dude,
I gotta respect my roommate, bro. Unless I go outside.
Go outside. I say we started this thing. We gotta finish it.
What are we going for? 3 hours?
I think that's fair.
Hopefully Ben comes back.
I think Ben will be back because he did leave it on.
I also do want to get fries after this, so I have to, no matter what, like I got to cap at 2 o'clock, so.
Okay.
'Cause I'm kind of hungry.
Must be nice.
Must be nice to get some frizz. Okay, alright, hold on. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, so Unbroke. Okay, another one exactly like that. And also, this is Angelina Jolie's directorial debut, which is good for her because she's been in the industry a long time and whatever. But Unbroken, I like the book a lot, but the movie is very. You get it. You get like, okay, this is a good person, but it doesn't do anything more than that to me.
Yeah, I never saw the movie. I read the book because we had to.
Yeah. It was extra credit for Miss Trans, and
We had to in our class. I don't remember what grade that was, but
it was extra credit to see the movie.
oh, to see the movie. Okay.
Yeah, but also I'm thinking of another movie here. I don't know if you ever saw Lincoln.
You know, it was on Netflix
I-
a while back, and I started it, and I just kind of noped out.
I remember my dad's like, we're gonna go see this movie. I'm like, come on, Dad. He's like, we'll go to Beefo Bridges after. I'm like, all right. So it's fucking long, as
Yeah.
It's you got to be patient with that film, but I honestly, that one sticks a lot more to me. That one because it. Then again, also not Andrew Lincoln. What's his name?
Abraham.
Abraham Lincoln is such a vital character to a person to our history that it's definitely deserved that you have to spend time with this guy and what goes through his head. Just in general, Abraham Lincoln was such
What goes through his head, huh?
That's not funny, bro. Not even. That was. He was a really that's another.
Well, remember,
character.
Mr. Lamel used to talk about that.
Yeah.
About how he's like, oh, Lincoln is depressed. He's like, this is true.
It's true.
Like he thought he was hideous and he wanted to kill himself and all
He
that.
wanted to kill his children. His child died.
Yeah.
He had such a huge burden on him.
Yeah.
So
I want to give that
think
movie
it was-
another chance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know. Daniel Day-Lewis also is another one of those guys that
Great guy.
chameleon. So you want to talk about? Did you see Ex Machina?
I recently saw that. Yeah.
I like that shit too, bro. That's
pretty good.
I like because it's just the three of them. So
It's so like freaky and like
Yeah.
depressing and
between Alicia, whatever, I like
Yeah,
Domhnall Gleeson
and Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, Domhnall and
and
Oscar Isaac is a
General
good actor.
Hux.
I really hope that after Star Wars that he keeps getting stuff because he really deserves it.
Yo, Manny, you there? Oof, and we're back after that.
We are
Manny,
back.
Manny cut out before. I guess his network connectivity was low, but now he's in a better spot. Isn't that right?
I'm with God. I'm with country. Most importantly, I'm with Nabil here.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I thought you were gonna say you were with fries.
well,
Well, you
why
are
you
with-
mess it up? I was gonna say I'm with Filmatic, but oh well, it's all good.
You know what, Manny? I don't know. I feel we should do this more often. You know?
Maybe like a once a week thing.
Yeah, like every other episode or something. You know, some
Yeah,
shit.
sure, why not? I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, I like doing the singular, a big analysis thing. That
No,
I
of
do,
course,
personally. Like, that's cool and all, but this is fun, you know? This is like what you
Free
imagine.
talk. Yeah.
Just for the record, Ben texted me. He says that
Nah, bro.
he can't talk anymore anyway because Zoom went to sleep.
Yeah.
So,
Well, here we are,
here we are.
2/3 in, and
Get a
we're
little more juice out of this. Trying not to scatter ourselves because we
Oh,
do
yeah,
want to keep some material for future episodes and for future topics.
I just wrote an article. This is since we talked about this already.
Okay.
How the new Harley Quinn movie bombed. Well, in comparison to other superhero flicks, it's the lowest for the DC. And also, for marketing reasons, they're calling it Harley Quinn Birds of Prey now. So
Interesting. Yeah, I saw something similar to that where, yeah, every DC movie since, I think, Batman vs. Superman has consecutively had a lower opening day, which is interesting. They really flubbed it. With this,
they did. They fucked it up.
Universe.
They just
They just
They
were
got
like,
greedy and-
they were like, oh, we gotta be like Marvel, and then
you can't cap on Marvel being very smart with their consistency and making movies and making money. And DC
Yeah,
just
that's-
does not have those traits.
yeah, no cap. I don't know what the future holds.
But you okay?
Yeah, I was yawning, and then I was like, okay, I gotta stifle it, and then my mouth made a weird whistle noise, so I don't know what's going on with that.
What's up, Margot Robbie? I feel like we don't have a lot of female representation on this show so far. I feel like we've only talked about our best boys. I think we need to talk about some good girls. No, for real though. I haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street.
Me neither. I mean, I've seen some scenes, but
She was in Bombshell.
yeah, she was nominated, I think.
You know who is badass though is Charlize Theron. She's actually a good actress. But I'm here for Margot. So let's see. We're talking Once Upon a Time. Oh, I forgot she was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She was wow.
Yeah,
She was very symbolic in that film.
yeah.
So
She only got like 2 big scenes, but
yeah.
I mean, it was good for what it was, I guess.
She I, Tanya. I never saw that, but apparently she did a good job with that.
Yeah, it seems like she's a pretty good actress.
Yeah, she is. Like I think we're just waiting for
Yeah.
her own solo breakout, not Harley Quinn, something like her own thing. Because I, Tanya didn't do that. Mary Queen of Scots I didn't see, but that's how you say your name, Ronan and her. You know, you just want her to have just good roles is what she should aim for, and I hope she does get some stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Oh, Peter Rabbit.
She was in Peter Rabbit?
Both of them.
What?
So, take that back. And she was in Goodbye Christopher Robin. What's your favorite movie from the Cornetto trilogy? Go. Oh, wait, that's comedy. That's comedy.
Hot Fuzz.
No, yeah, I agree with Hot Fuzz stuff.
Although Shaun of the Dead is...
Shaun of the Dead is good. I never saw World's End.
No one saw World's End. Anyone who's a fan of that trilogy automatically has... Most of them have not seen World's End.
Hot Fuzz is so fun and goofy.
Yeah.
But that's for the comedy episode, guys. I have to restrain myself.
Are we gonna have a Seinfeld episode?
Yeah. I gotta watch. I have to keep watching it. I haven't watched it in a while.
Me too. I totally stopped. I started rewatching Nathan For You on
Jerry
Hulu.
Show.
Yeah.
You were the guy who took the what did he take? The salt?
Salt.
The Kramer copy. What did he take from the?
Oh yeah. The raisin.
The raisin. The box
Raisin
of
Rocks. Anyone listening right now thinks we're psychopaths.
We're just one of those characters with so much conviction.
You know, we're living in a society.
Jesus, you know what time it is? Oh my God, I love Jason Alexander. I mean, what else does he know? I don't know. He's so tied to that role, but you can't help yourself.
He's in something new, actually.
I feel like I just saw a trailer that he was in.
Hold on. Apparently, he's pretty active on Twitter. He was in Pretty Woman. Something recent, though. I know something recent. Well, I look for that.
Are we gonna do a Amber Heard segment? Because I feel like that's something that should be mentioned.
Let's do it.
You take a man like Johnny
you want to do a full story, full content?
No, sure, yeah.
Based off my knowledge. Me Too. End of 2017, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Kevin Spacey
Oof.
is the domino that knocks us all over. Which
No, Weinstein. It was Weinstein first.
sorry, Weinstein. It was pretty close. It was like within a week period.
Yeah, it was within the week. But Weinstein was the first story that. Keep going.
Harvey Weinstein, the I don't know what to call him, the eunuch, the man himself, or whatever, knocks the dominoes over, and all of a sudden we have the Me Too movement. Women, 9 out of 10 of which are safe to say are telling the truth, are accusing men of sexual harassment and the such, and but that 1 out of 10, well, that's where we come to our friend Amber Heard, who accuses and applies fake bruises and fake photos and out of context audio, accusing Johnny Depp of abusing her and a few other small things. But the main thing is that he's abusing her. And so what happens, of course, Johnny Depp gets blacklisted from every franchise, gets kicked out of the Pirates trilogy. The only movie that he was in production of the Fantastic Beasts movie, which is why he was in it. But everything else, he basically gets pretty much blacklisted from being in any movies from Hollywood, as is any star who got Me Too during that movement. That's, end of 2017, early 2018, come to today, early 2020. Johnny Depp, well, I think he's been doing it for a few months, but it's comes public, I think, where during this court battle he's been having with her, defending himself, he releases hundreds of audio and video evidence of therapy sessions and in his house of basically Amber Heard was literally abusing Johnny Depp physically and emotionally. And there's like literal, you could literally listen to it online, like clips and stuff that came out during this court case.
It's
like,
it's
yeah, saying that she would like do what she did, like accuse him and make sure he never got a job again and demasculate him and feel bad for him.
And it's kind of, I mean, like the idea that he would do that is not unfathomable. So that's why a lot of people defended her because
Yeah, because I think as a youth,
yeah,
when he was like a teen, he had like some drug things, classic, you know, teen star thing going on. So he kind of like was a bad boy at that time, I think. I think that's why people were like automatic to assume so. I'm glad his name is cleared.
Yeah.
I hope he gets work again because he's a talented guy.
That's the most important thing is whenever someone's name is tainted like that and for the wrong reasons, like they're innocent, it's sometimes hard to bounce back. But I think I have hope because, you know, he's such a household name.
Yep, he is.
Think about all the, I would say he has probably some of the most distinguished roles. If you just look at his, like his characters are very, very popular as a whole,
Yeah.
I would say.
I mean, he was influential in one of the greatest action movies of all time, with the first Pirates movie. Created an icon, created a landmark in cinema. Fairly recent as well, you know.
You gotta think about, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, to have that movie come out in like 2003 and have it be as huge, you know, everybody globally recognizes that theme and that character.
I don't think it stops there either. You can think of Scissorhands, Fear and Loathing.
Oh yeah, Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
No, seriously though.
No,
honestly,
actually,
yeah.
He's a
The dude from Mad Hatter, Mordecai, Black Mask, or Black Mass, Donnie Brasco,
Gilbert Grape, Sweeney Todd. It doesn't stop.
Finding Neverland.
I never.
Me neither. I'm just looking at a list.
I'm thinking more like Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh, you're thinking more like Transcendence.
So.
Oh, you're thinking more like Rango.
Oh shit! There you go. There's another one. So.
I never saw that.
I never saw. Well, never saw Rango?
I saw like the first 10 minutes of it. And
It's okay, but it's pretty like
it was just so weird.
for a while. It was pretty like popular.
Yeah. Should we talk about Pirates?
I'm down to talk Pirates. I really don't remember I don't remember Dead Man's and the other one, but
Well, it's one of my favorite franchises of all time. First one is almost a masterpiece. One of the greatest. One of my favorites. Dead Man's Chest, I think, is not as bad as people say. And Davy Jones CGI. Davy Jones is still a better villain.
It's scary.
And still a better CGI than almost every CGI
No,
villain.
for real.
Yeah.
They really dropped the ball though on that last one. Like,
It just was too much. They tried to do too much.
so
It's unfortunate because there was a little bit of like Disney being like, we need more action, and they gave it like for a while it was like the biggest budget film of all time until the Marvel stuff came along, you know. So, and the second movie is still on the records for one of the biggest openings of all time. Just goes to show.
Mordecai has an IMDb, 12% Rotten Tomatoes. So
I remember seeing the trailer as a kid and like being like, "Oh, that looks so funny," you know. Gwyneth Paltrow.
oh my god, I'm glad she got her head chopped off and she gets her head cut open in like every other movie. Because thank goodness. I don't know if she was my mommy, I'd be a little. I don't know.
If she was my mommy.
I don't know, man. Like, if she was feeding me goop every night, you know?
Stop.
I think I'd call Child Protection Services, like, on my own. Like,
Dude, they're gonna pull our sponsors. Stop.
Dude, she didn't. What?
You imagine, like, if it's like 3 a.m. and I check the library and all the files are corrupted, we lose every. Oof.
Kind of glad I took that nap.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I'm like, oh shit, what time is it? And then it's like 10:47. Well, I'm glad you guys waited for me, because yeah.
Yeah, bro, no problem. What'd you think of Ride Along? Because
We're not
it's literally it's literally a related movie to Mordecai. I'm sorry.
I don't like them. I mean,
Me neither.
yeah, like. No.
Unfortunately, just because of the amount of times it's been on TV in my house and the amount of times because I just seen it in theaters, it's sad how many times I've seen Ride Along too. It really hurts me.
You ever see Snatched?
I love Snatch.
I haven't seen it, and I don't want to see it. It's showing up in my recommend.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm looking at Stuber, Hot Pursuit. Oh shit! You remember Hitman's Bodyguard? I just remember the trailer.
Yeah, I don't know if that was any good, but they're making a sequel.
It's part of a film series.
All right, we need to back out. We need to back out of the comedy.
They're doing the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard this year.
Yeah, that's a sequel.
Oh fuck! What about Free Guy? What do you think about Free? Let's do a rundown of Ryan Reynolds. You think he's so attached to the role of Deadpool, or he's got range? Nah.
So far, every comedy thing I've seen has been a Deadpool act. So
I'm gonna have to say an amen to that because
I mean, prove me wrong. You know, like
I'm looking maybe Pikachu, but even then, that's still just him. No, I can't say any of these.
Even when he was Green Lantern, he was trying to be Deadpool.
Yeah. The Croods. Dude, this is insane. He's been in 2 movies where the poster looks exactly the same. Look up Safe House and Woman in Gold. The posters are exactly the same.
Man, that's too much work.
No, dude, just do it. No, type it into Google.
Safe House, Women in Gold.
No, well, let's look up one of them and look up the other. They're both Ryan Reynolds movie. And tell me the poster's not the exact.
Okay, yes, I see it.
I hate that shit so much as when posters are.
You think it was on purpose?
I don't know. They probably excuse me, Mr. Designer.
There's no way to.
Very similar to Safe House. Yeah, bitch, I did that one too. What the fuck you think? Like, it's like I get like, I don't know. Sometimes it's just uncreative looking, and that is that right there.
Oh, man.
I think they both have the White House in the background. No.
I'm looking. That took me to a site. And the site has a related article about The Hangover. I want to talk about The Hangover.
Nope. He was married to Scarlett Johansson?
Huh.
For 3 years?
Word.
Oh, she's been married twice.
I want to talk about a marriage story. Am I
Talk
right?
about a double marriage story right there.
Wow, she really gets the emotional impact of a divorce, doesn't she?
Anger me. I never saw Room. Did you ever see that? Not The Room.
The one where she's locked in her room.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Evan was going on about that.
It's on Netflix though, so.
Nah, I'm good. Doesn't sound like something I enjoy.
You ever gonna do a Bollywood episode? Maybe I'll watch like 2 Bollywood films, get a little caught up on. Or
Yeah,
you
bro,
think that's not the right audience?
there are a lot of them on Netflix now.
Okay.
I can tell you which
Maybe
ones are good. You could watch like one old school one, and one new age one, and then we could talk about it. It'd be interesting to see, like, from your perspective, and from my perspective. Bollywood episode.
Hey guys, this is the Bollywood episode.
This is good. You know, we're changing the format, changing up the format.
Yeah, you gotta. Let's get creative.
Let's get creative. You ever see those videos? Don't hug me, I'm scared.
Yeah, of course. That's why I said that.
Dude,
let's do it.
What a series!
Let's do it. Don't hug. No, let's not do it.
Nah, bro. Do I look like Matt Pat to you?
Yeah, after Matt Pat. That's the only time I respect Matt Pat, to be honest.
Yeah, TBH.
TVH, I'm like,
Don't hug me, I'm scared.
Cool,
Era.
but after that, like, I don't.
Kong Skull Island.
I mean,
starring Brie Larson and Loki, Tom Holland, ass bitch.
Tom Holland was in this?
No, all those Marvel white boys blend together, dude.
Tom Hiddleston.
You know, all the girls are like, oh my
Chris
gosh,
Pratt.
Tom Holland.
Who's your favorite Chris?
Oof. Remember the meme that used to go around before Avengers Infinity War where it's like, hey, imagine they're all on set and they're like, hey Chris, and everyone turns around. Anyways, guys, for any of you listeners right now, just so you know, it's 2 a.m. Manny had a big nap and I didn't, okay? Just remember that. Big nap. Okay? It's not fair.
I give credit to radio hosts because they got to do this like 4 hours a day. But
I mean, if it's first thing in the morning, I could do it. This is not good.
I'm looking at Brie Larson filmography. I see Basmati Blues.
Hold up.
A young scientist is sent to India to sell genetically modified rice. She's starring alongside Utkarsh Abudkar. That's very bold of her.
She was in 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, she was the theater bitch. Basmati Blues. Buy Basmati Blues on Microsoft Store, okay? How much you think it is to buy?
I don't know, dude. I've never been on Microsoft Store.
$12.
That's a lot.
You can also rent it.
iTunes actually has pretty good prices. I've seen recently. They had like Oscar sale where it's like $5 rentals or something. It's pretty good.
Oh my god, she gets married to him.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Hindustan Times. Basmati Blues movie review. You won't believe how racist and insulting Brie Larson's. Alright, let's move on.
Hello? Is it me?
I'm looking at Between the Two Ferns. Was she good in that?
I mean, it's like a 30-second interview excerpt, I think, so. Or it's I don't remember. That movie was, I don't know. I like the concept. I like the series. Movie was, it's just one of those, like, you put it on in the background, like, it's funny. There's some funny parts.
We can't talk about 2012 without talking about Amazing Spider-Man.
I know you're a big fan.
No, actually, like...
Okay, yeah, I know what you're saying. It's not trash. It's not far
trash.
from home. It's not far from home.
But it's nothing...
But it's not anything else.
Yeah. I do like Andrew Garfield. I think I mentioned this movie called 99 Homes, which is about... That's actually... Because Michael Shannon is fucking dope as shit, though. Like, I like Michael Shannon a lot.
He's good.
I mean, he's kind of always, like, the bad guy, but, like, he's, like, really good as the bad guy, so...
Apparently he, like, is pretty good at improv. And he did a lot of that for Knives Out.
He's... Scary stuff. Smells like fish. It smells like fish. Oh yeah, he was Yeah, alright. Oh, he was in Kangaroo Jack. See, he's always the bad guy. Damn. And he was in Bad Boys 2?
What?
What?
That's weird.
The bad guy in that too. My boy here needs like a good guy role. That's what I want for him.
This has just become a messenger call.
But if you look at people also search for, you see his girlfriend and Lakeith Stanfield. So I'm clicking on Lakeith. Oh yeah, because he was. He's going out with someone named Zosha Rockmore.
Cool. Okay, so Marvel movies. Do you think they'll ever die? 5 years. That's pretty soon.
No, that's not soon enough.
Oh no, I agree. I'm saying that's pretty soon in terms of an estimate.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, they already have a lineup for, like, 3 years, I think.
6 years. I'll say 6 years, take it or leave it. That's honest.
So you think 2026 ain't no one going to no theater to see Avengers 8?
You said it yourself. Avengers 8. There's got to be. There's a breaking point. There is a
For everything.
point, and I'm waiting for that day so that we can.
It's gonna be great.
So that'll be a break, and then if they don't want to do like 1 or 2 more superhero movies that are good, and then I'll be happy.
It's just interesting that it's become so popular.
I think it's just down to the action and the characters. People really love going beyond people who like comic books. It's gone to like every person, not every person, but film moviegoers like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like we're saying before, where it's like they're not even comic books anymore. It's just fucking grayscale.
Meat fests.
Like, there's no color, there's no real action, there's no real character moments. It's just quip,
bad guy, quip.
Bad guy, CGI, bad guy, fight army, fight CGI army.
Okay, apparently I guess she's Cuban. The girl in Knives Out was in Despicable Me. Oh, she did this. She was the Spanish voice of. Wow, she was the dub. I think Agnes or Margot. Oh.
Cool.
Little fun fact for you guys here on Filmatic. Bet you didn't know that shit.
But you never seen Panda Style before. You ever hear that? Was that from the movie or was it?
I thought.
Because whenever you ever have the Kung Fu Panda Wii game?
No.
Okay, so you remember, you had a Wii though, right? At some point?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, my screen. Oh shit, okay, no.
Okay.
I looked like Kung Fu Panda and then
So-
went black for a second.
You know when you press, like you load the disc in, right? Then you try to press on that like application.
Yeah.
And normally there's like a sound effect, depending on what it is, like either a music bit or... So for Kung Fu Panda, it was a voice line. And it was like, you click it, it's like, bing, but you never seen Panda Style before. It's just like, that's ingrained in my head. Also, it was a good game. Good game. Just saying.
What do you think is the worst Madagascar franchise?
The
No.
word? What?
DreamWorks.
Oh,
I'm going with the Croods.
I need to look at a full list before I
Or
make a...
Turbo. Or Ferdinand's Blue Sky. No, I hate. I'm sorry, I hate Boss Baby. I'm not gonna cap on you.
Are we
People like
counting
that
all
movie.
those? Like, disgusting ones? Like...
Yes, I hate Boss Baby with a burning passion. Fuck Al. No, don't fuck him, but like, fuck Alan Baldwin in this movie. Oh, Tobey Maguire was in this.
But barely. He just played the
He was just
adult
the older-
version.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
My
about Toby.
brother, Tobey Maguire, has just not done anything.
Yeah, honestly, the terms of DreamWorks franchises, like, what do you think of How to Train Your Dragon? I don't like it. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Me either.
Okay,
And there are a lot of people who really like those movies a lot.
obviously we can. Shrek is its own thing. Let's just put Shrek aside.
Shrek can be fun. This shit's trying to be too serious sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
drag.
Kung Fu Panda 1,
Sure.
Genius.
I will.
genius. Honestly, it's genius. Who would have thought? It's such a stupid idea on paper.
Holy fuck.
It's-
is that a
it's-
snake? Oh shit, it's a sprinkler. Oh fuck, I gotta go. Oh shit, I'm about to get rained on. Holy shit. I'm running. Oh fuck me. Fuck. I'm not getting wet. Alright, I'm okay.
You good, bro?
Dude, I'm about to get soaked.
Well, you're safe now, right?
Yeah. Anyways, keep going. What were we talking about?
I was like, okay, so what I was saying is like, Kung Fu Panda 1, or I mean Kung Fu Panda. What a stupid idea on paper, right? Like,
Oh, for sure.
like a fat panda, Black voices him, me learns Kung Fu.
There's a fucking cop out here.
But it's such a, first of all, the animation is top tier, right? It's incredible. The soundtrack is great. It's actually like, and I read this whole thing, and there was like this statement from like the Chinese like Film Association or something, or cultural.
Oh, cat. I just got scared. I'm scared. Okay, keep going. Okay, sorry.
Where the Chinese. Are you good?
No, I'm better now.
Okay. Like the Chinese people were like proud of the creation and the depiction of Chinese culture in Kung Fu Panda
Okay.
and how it was like on point. And it has a good message. It's wholehearted. It's funny. Legitimate. Like there's no like there's slapstick comedy, but it's funny.
Sure.
It's just like it's underrated. I feel like it's one of my favorite animated movies.
I'm just going in an elevator. You can keep talking.
No, well, I mean that was my thing. So
Oh.
you
Okay. I mean, like, I'm not as big on that movie, but I can respect your opinion. I think Madagascar.
Madagascar. Talk about Madagascar.
But like, I was gonna get to that. DreamWorks does have a funny range of funny films, like that throw in they they can be different from the pitch, like the, you know what I'm saying, like versus Disney, which has this like clean image. They can do like goofy things for adults as well.
Yeah, I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
DreamWorks has had more of an effect on me, animation-wise, growing up, than Disney.
Going up an elevator. We come through town with a motherfucking brown. Oh, we're rapping down.
No, I didn't mean not like freestyle. Okay, we're back with Manny, who's cut out again because of his
Connectivity
cracking.
issues.
Yeah,
Nothing
hopefully,
more. Nothing
we can
more.
hopefully we can figure that out for next time. But anyways, it's been a long, lengthy discussion.
Yeah, we've good.
Ben Becker was here. Cooper was here.
Cooper was here. Zoom was here.
We talked about every movie we could think of that was recent and relevant. We talked about Uncut Gems.
How long is this gonna take to edit?
I'm hoping no more than 3 hours. But
Jesus Christ.
I'm scared, Dutch. Alright.
I'm afraid.
I gave you all I had. Anything you want to add?
If you listen, I mean, I just want to say I'm sure I'll check this out, obviously. But if there's any of you out there who actually listen through the whole goddamn thing, oh
Damn.
much
If you made it through this whole thing, and
come
you can
to me and I'll give you
send,
$30.
yeah, if you could send proof, like screen record the entire time it's on or something, like
You get
holy-
to be on the. You get to
be in the next one.
You get to meet.
You get to come to my
Yeah.
my party. That's right. I'm having a party.
By the way, guys, this whole video was just to promote. Guys,
Nothing.
February
All right.
20th.
Nothing.
I just want to. Can I give some
Okay.
thanks? Can I give? Oh,
Yeah,
garbage
go ahead.
truck is here. Anyways, I want to give some thanks.
Okay.
Thank you to my parents. Thank you to my family. Thank you to Lee. Just want to say thank you to Wolf. And
Hey, just a warning before you continue your thank yous. Just be careful. You might get played off. So just keep it brief. All right, go ahead.
just want to
You were
thank.
saying.
I want to thank you for having me here.
Okay.
I want to thank.
No problem, bro.
I want to thank Ben for being here. I want to thank George for letting me talk. I want to thank Chompet for providing food. And I hope everyone has a good night. Make sure to sleep tight and don't let the bug.
That's as much as I can play without getting copyrighted. So probably still will get copyrighted, and they'll take it off Apple. But you know how it
You
is.
put this on Google Play? I'll listen to it. I would listen to your thing if it was.
Yeah, it's on Google Podcasts, bro.
Oh shit.
It's on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple, something called Breaker. There's a few other ones.
Well,
thank you for coming on.
well, no, thank you for having me
I
on.
think we could really phase this into something good.
No, yeah, sure. I mean,
Maybe make you a regular, make you a co-host or something.
I'm down to be supporting cast,
Supporting cast, I like that.
So
We could
maybe get some other folks on, get different opinions. I definitely want to hear some controversial figures talk.
get Evan back on.
Yep.
Hopefully he couldn't make it today. Yeah, I'm sure we can get some nogs, some bros, some
goons.
goons, and some gangs on. And next up, I think we'll probably be talking about comedy, most likely. So that'll be a good one, and it won't be 2 a.m. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean,
And we'll all have taken big naps, so we'll all be fresh in the mind and body. You've been listening to Filmatic. That has been Manny Rea.
Yep.
This has been Nabil Sharif.
good
Hope
night.
you enjoy. Have a good night.
God bless.
And never forget. Say something. And never forget.
Reach for the sky. Toy Story.
This is how I win.